Hello. I am here with more Okage. So I did some level grinding off stream. So I will show you the fruits of my labor. So unfortunately, there's no way to do it without power leveling Ari. So he's level 48 now, because you can't take him out of the party. And Big Bull's also level 47. I'm sure he's happy about that, because he's all about getting stronger. But Linda here is now level 40. I also went back and I realized the chest I missed in that ruins area had a weapon for Linda too. Like, what was it? The Micah Happiness is what she has now. It was just sitting in the desert, this microphone. So yeah, that's what she's got. Not really much of a stat increase except for her luck, but does the luck stat do much in this game? I don't know. Luck is a dump stat in a lot of RPGs. Also, hello everybody. I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, so most importantly, Linda actually learned Replenish. It's a party heal. Finally, at level 40, I get a party heal. And it's only 70 HP, but my god, I'll take it. I'm just gonna hit up this save point really quick. I'm hoping I'm not gonna die in the boss fight again. Now that we've leveled up a little bit, Linda's level, she was like level 30, 31 beforehand. So it took a while to get her up here, but I have fast forward. So it made it a little less tedious. I'm not reading this dialogue because I did it already. You can watch the last part if you want the read. Oh, that's right, and we learn another friendship skill. But apparently, despite it looking like a magic attack, it's physical damage. Well, I look over at the chat and I see Luce wanting to eat bones. We're off to a good start here. Yeah, it's Friday the 13th. If you're watching this recording, it's Friday the 13th. Surprise. Stan's birthday. Which is not canonical, except in my heart. I don't know if he has a canonical birthday. Or if really the concept of days of the week exists in this universe, I don't know. If I'm concerned about party members being unevenly leveled, I could max everyone out. I am not taking Kiesling out of the box. I did think about it briefly, because if you missed last time, so this boss, the Phantom Evil King, is immune to everything but magic attacks. And unfortunately, the vast majority of characters and their abilities in this game are physical. So there's not a lot we can do to him outside of items. So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm gonna use this Black Cat Jewel to have everyone's hit points. I guess it's like an Aldivide from the Tales of series, except instead of cutting damage dealt in half, it's, everybody's health is cut in half. And then I want Ari to use Overdrive, but I also need Linda to heal everyone so we don't die. Oh yeah, Ari also learned a full heal move, which is outstanding. Unfortunately, it's a single target full heal, but it's better than nothing. I'm gonna have Linda use Omni Concert too. I don't, like, it's supposed to slow down the enemy. I don't know how functional it is, really. This game doesn't give a lot of information. In later versions, they made Abyssian immune to Aldivides. You know, I never used an Aldivide on that fight. Oh, Linda's dead. Good. Kind of saw this coming. Get a load of this. No, please, not anymore. Hang on, I need to think about... I need Big Bull to come back. Recovers all from KO. I just wish there was a revival, or sorry, not Big Bull, Linda. There was a revival ability that brought people back with, like, more hit points. But oh well. Just gonna hope for the best. Anyway, to backtrack, I never used an Aldivide on Abyssian for some reason. I think because in my mind, I thought, oh, why would I cut our damage in half? We'd have to spend twice as long fighting him. Good, Linda's dead again. Completely forgetting the fact that it would make his attacks more survivable. but I'm just all about doing as much damage as possible, as fast as possible, I guess. Yeah, I need Linda to come back. How to time this? Big Bull's ATB meter's almost full, so I'm hoping maybe I can get her back up and have him heal her. Okay. No, I can't select her because she's not technically up yet. Okay, hang on. Let's wait. Oh, she was revived and immediately killed again. Oh wait, no, she's not dead again. Okay, I thought she was, but she's about to be. Ari's about to be. Everything is terrible. Oh, is the miracle not gonna keep us alive long enough? I don't think so. I think we're about to die. Oh, this sucks so bad. This sucks so bad. Okay. I think maybe I should just, like, eat the death right now, because this is, yeah. No, Ari, you're just gonna accept it. You're just gonna accept it, Ari. Good. Stan is just standing there impassively. Like, what are we gonna do about this? Nothing. Maybe the Big Bull and Roz party and blowing the whole budget on bottles is the true way, but I leveled Linda up. And she's so squishy, and like I don't have better armor for her. What I have equipped on her is the best I could find.
What am I supposed to do?
I mean, if this doesn't work, I can go back and get Roz, and then we'll try again. Maybe I don't want to use the bottle yet. Or not the bottle, the Black Cat Jewel that halves everyone's health. Grind for 20 hours, no. Plus, I'm at this point where the enemies here don't really give me a lot of experience. And yet I still feel underleveled. At least this cutscene is fairly quick. It's not Kingdom Hearts level. And no, I will never forgive Kingdom Hearts for that Riku fight. The one-on-one Riku fight with the long unskippable cutscene before it. Maybe if it wasn't a rental, I would have beaten him eventually, but no. No. Okay, I'm gonna try Deflector and see if that keeps us alive longer. If Linda can shoot it off before she dies, which is doubtful. I'm gonna use Overdrive. I'm actually gonna try using it... Do I want to use it on Ari? Because I could have Big Bull use Charge on Ari when his turn comes up. Heck you, Dark Riku. I knew you would understand this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the jewel for after taking out the swords because they're too much beforehand. Okay, I'm just gonna have Ari wait a second. Okay, and then I'm gonna have Big Bull use Charge. By the way, the fact that he has Flame is hilarious to me because it's a magic attack, but his magic stat is basically non-existent. So even when fighting trash mobs that are weak to fire with Big Bull, he'll do single-digit damage to them.
Why? Why give him this ability? It helps no one.
Why make this cow into a living flamethrower? Final Fantasy X gets your ire for that one boss fight for the same reason. Does Final Fantasy X also have long, unskippable cutscenes before boss fights that have a very high chance in winding up or ending in a wipe? I'm just gonna use Replenish again. I don't want to take any chances. All my homies hate Dark Riku. Oh boy, Linda, holy moly. Why are you made of tissue paper? Please. I didn't really want to use Big Bull to heal her, but even with her ability, and I don't even know if she's gonna fire it off before she dies. Oh good, Ari's attack missed almost every single sword. Incredible. Only for one boss and it's a required boss fight. Is it like a solo boss? or I guess a dual boss, D-U-E-L, not D-U-A-L. English is such a messy language, isn't it? Let me try Overdrive on Big Bull. Maybe he'll have more success. God, I love missing every single attack. Feels great. A dual boss. Well, then it's not really a duel, is it? Because if it's a dual boss, then you can't duel them. If your English is not your native language, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know it's like this all the time. Okay. I'm just thinking, do I want to do any more heals? Because I need to play it safe. And Linda is just always at risk of death because she's so squishy. Do I have any other items that would help me right now? Not really. I also wish they put the attack models like at the top so I don't have to scroll all the way down. I think I'm gonna take the risk and use Overdrive again on Ari. Come up, Big Bull. Anytime now. Anytime now. I'm just gonna have Linda keep doing replenish. No chances. Oh good, it didn't miss all of them, finally. You played 10, but it never really clicked with you. You much prefer 10 too. I don't know, is that a controversial take these days? I feel like people have come around on 10 too. I know people were dismissive initially, because like, oh, Final Fantasy with the girls, or whatever. I guess they really leaned into the girl power. You know, when were the Spice Girls big? That wasn't concurrent with 10-2, right? I don't think it was. I think it was after, but I can't remember. I think we should be okay. I'm just gonna have Big Bull, like, punch a sword. I think that would make him happy. I've heard 10-2, though, if you want to get 100% on 10-2, it's really obnoxious because there's a lot of obscure mechanics they never tell you about, but I think that might just be like Final Fantasy in general tends to have a lot of obscure mechanics or hidden things that it never tells you about. I can't remember if I did Deflector already, but I'm gonna do it now, just in case. From your experience, 10 is still more well received than 10-2, but it's not like I like 8. Well, I've never played 8. I have no opinion on 8. I know 8 is also kind of controversial because of its battle system and how one can easily break it. Alright, Ari doesn't know any magic attacks, so I just have to use the bottles and hope for the best. So I guess I'll use the Black Cat Jewel now and have this guy's HP. Since we're on the topic of annoying boss fights, what game is my most hated boss fight? Ooh, that's a good one. You know, and that goes to everyone in chat. It doesn't even have to be your #1 hated boss, just a boss fight that you hated doing, whether it was mechanically annoying, or poorly explained, or took too long, or felt anticlimactic. It's not most hated, but topically relevant because he was just streaming it. Or, well, Baron K. Rulenstein at the end of Donkey Kong Country 3 is just a nothing burger of a fight. I don't have enough LP to heal, so I'm gonna... Let's use this Bountiful Nut, and then I'm gonna need some... Oh, never mind, Linda's dead! Linda's dead. Congratulations, Linda. Congratulations on your death. I'm so proud. Oh wow, two people, final boss of Spirit Tracks. The Spirit Tracks has a lot of problems, doesn't it? Which is too bad, because Zelda herself in Spirit Tracks is fun. But there's a lot in Spirit Tracks that just... Like even just getting... Oh good, yeah, go for Linda. Great, great, thanks. I'm just gonna heal Big Bull right now because Linda's just gonna die immediately. Oh, Big Bull gets his turn off. I guess I could have healed her. The thing I've noticed in this game is that if you use an item on someone, or like you select to use an item on someone, but they die before you can use it, you waste the item. Yeah, just like that. So Ari's just gonna waste this. He's just gonna throw it on the ground. Couldn't even use it on himself. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a second. And once our turns are concurrent, I will revive Linda. Actually, you know what I need to do is use a wild strawberry, but only 25 LP though. That's so piddling. Spirit Tracks is one of the best overworld themes of any video game in the history of the world, but is a little too married to doing things with the microphone. The freaking pan flute. Ugh. Okay, I think I'm gonna use another strawberry. The only valid use case for a microphone is Hey You Pikachu. Oh yeah, Seaman. If only we could get Hey You Pikachu featuring Leonard Nimoy. Or Pikachu with the Seaman's face, maybe. Or is that worse? I'm not sure. Okay. Actually, does Ari, because he has a revive ability, will it bring back Linda with more than a fiddly amount of hit points? I hope so. Oh, Stan. I don't think this is going to do anything, is it? Does this count as magic? Yeah, it still brings Linda back with a piddly amount of hit points. Okay. Oh, the game volume's overpowering me. No, thank you for letting me know. Thank you. Because I can't tell. Let me fix it. Hang on. Okay. Is it better? Is it better? Post-game boss of Rabby Ribby. Is that like a Metroidvania, I think? Oh yeah, the track's really drowning me out. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, OBS just, all my audio settings completely borked. So good. Hey, this guy has it out for Linda. I mean, I don't know, maybe he wants everyone to be fawning over him and saying, "Oh, Phantom Evil King, you're so hot," etc., etc. Which, please don't. Okay, finally Linda's back up. I can try to use bottles on this guy. I think. Okay, she's still up. Rabbi Ribby is a Metroidvania and bullet hell. Interesting. PS2 frog game. I don't know. The only frog game I can think of is Ribbit King, which is GameCube. Completely different. And I don't know if anyone here has played Ribbit King, but 6 damage, very good. You love to change a grand total of 0 settings and suddenly everything in OBS is completely different. Yeah. Oh boy, that is super underwhelming. What about a frozen bottle? Alright, he's Tails' element. What's Tails weak to? No, Tails is weak to fire. To Knuckles, right? Wait, was Ribbit King on the PS2 as well? I thought it was only on the GameCube. I don't know if Omni Concert's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. I hope the volume balance is better, by the way. There's no more screams of the damned drowning me out. Oh my god. This is gonna be the slowest fight in the world. The game is still a little louder. What the heck? I've been turning it down. Hang on. Let me fix again. Okay. Better? Game is at like 30% volume now. Turn myself up. I can do that too. Okay, hopefully this is better. Oog. I thought, yeah, Tails beats Sonic. Sonic beats Knuckles, so Knuckles beats Tails. So it should be fire. I myself might be quieter than normal. Oh, good. I'm thinking about last time when my microphone, I turned it all the way down and it was too loud. What is going on? Yeah, Ari doesn't have any... Just shouting. Just shouting. Yeah, I can yell. I'm definitely capable of yelling. Let me try the burn bottle again. What if I have Linda use the bottle? Because I think she has a better magic stat, so maybe. Oh, not frozen. I'm trying to think of, like, a final boss that I really hated, but I'm trying to focus on this one. Because if I lose focus and space out, I'm gonna let him kill me. Where's my bottle? Do I not have that bottle anymore, or am I out of bottles? Do I need to heal anyone right now? Maybe just to be on the safe side. Oh, my speaking volume. Oh, like I'm just muttering to myself. That might be. I do that sometimes. Oh, why did they do the screams of the damned? So I just want to make sure. So these count as physical attacks, right? So they won't do anything to this guy? I think. Attribute neutral attack, which is weird because it's thunder and blizzard. Correct. Man, why? Like, why make Ari mandatory for this fight and give him no magic? Ugh. Okage is a video game. It sure is. It sure is. Oh, I'm dying, Squirtle. We're doing single-digit damage to him. And Linda, ostensibly the magic buff character, has no actual spells. Oh. I don't know, like, I might just have to restart, because I don't know if this is possible. Without being here for a million years. Let's have Big Bull use fire. Oh yeah, oh yeah, So Ari, you know, I'm just gonna try it anyway. I know it's not gonna work, but I want to see. I want to see for myself. So I can feel the disappointment. Beautiful. It's nice seeing Stan be completely useless. The expected solution was Kiesling. I mean, were the devs expecting people to keep that man in their party? I guess he's the one I should have level grounds, but... The game saying, please use Kiesling, and Mori crossing her arms and going, no. I guess these are also physical attacks, right? Like, it's just gonna miss. Am I gonna have to pull Kiesling out of storage? I might have to. Because I don't think this is gonna do anything. And Linda can't contribute because she has no abilities. Roz also has magic, but her magic stat is also pathetic. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, if they wanted me to use Kiesling, they should have made him less annoying. Alright, folks, so... I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to restart and reload, and I guess pull Kiesling out of storage, and maybe level grind with him, I don't know. Because there's not really much I can do at this point, except do, like, piddly single-digit damage to him. Because no one else can hurt him, except with these bottles, and they're not doing very much. I don't even know what you're trying to do, Stan. Just empty an entire six-pack on this guy. Unfortunately, he's a teetotaler. Or, well, no, would that do damage to a teetotaler? Maybe he drinks a lot, and he's immune. I mean, look at like the purple around his eyes. I think that's just from like chugging booze all the time. Can I poison him? Probably not. Is this gonna do anything? Linda gets a magic attack at level 45, so if I ground out 5 more levels of Linda... I mean, I guess I could just make this into a Zatsudan stream while I level grind. Yeah, that didn't do anything. I'm just gonna make sure none of these bottles will do anything before I reset. Because this is pathetic.
This is pathetic. Okage is a video game.
The futility of commoners inside this ordinary bottle. How apropos. Yeah, that does bupkis. Everything bupkis. Do the bottles, like, have a chance of breaking? Like, they're infinite use, except when the RNG decides no. Oh, thank you. Whenever you have to grind or farm on stream, you always read poetry or short stories. Would I be able to do that while I'm grinding, though? How many hit points does this man have? Oh my god. Like, there's this little part of me, like, what if I kill him? Like, Maury, you're not gonna kill him in a reasonable span of time. Because even with that Black Cat Crystal, I think he has like 200-something hit points. We'd be here for a long time. Well, I'm glad the last stream was still enjoyable to watch, because that was my biggest concern. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to reset and just, like, farm or grind. So let me do that. More Winnie the Pooh readings, huh? You know what? If somebody wants to link me to, like, something I can read, I can do that. Hello, Min. That's a good emote. Like, you just walk perfectly into one of Kapotoko's dad jokes, except he doesn't go, I'm dad. Oh, you were playing Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold on the train. Oh ho? So what do you think? I could definitely go on about Etrian Odyssey. That's the Zatsudan stream now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I wish you could change party members at these save books, but you can't. So I'm gonna use the turbo. Yeah, I know, but look, this is the only way to make it tolerable for everybody. No ghosts. No, 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 no!
I don't want to.
I reject irreality. Yeah, this is totally in the game. The ood intensifies. We're just shredding on this ood. But, you know, I guess, yeah, this is fine. We're just gonna do a chill Friday hangout. Well, I gain some levels on the worst party member. Yeah, there was a little part of me thinking that maybe I should level up Kiesling. But I thought, no, I don't have to. That seems unnecessary. Like, surely, once I grind Linda up, and then I use the bottles. Because that's apparently the recommended strategy, is to use those bottles as attack items. I didn't know they were going to be pathetic in their damage output. Okay. Ugh. Because I think even if I put Roz in the party, the damage output for the bottles would still be abysmal. Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about... I didn't watch the Game Awards, because the secondhand embarrassment would kill me. But for those of you that did, or at least read up on the announcement, which is all that I do. I just read up on what was announced. Did anything catch your eye? I'm not like a AAA gaming person. Do I not have this for Roz? But I have to kit out Kiesling, so I'm just gonna get him stuff first. I hate that I have to buy stuff for this man. I don't wanna. And I think there was a book or something in here for him, wasn't there? Oh yeah, here we go. The Worldly Ghost. I can still buy armor for Roz. Where is it? Yeah, Hero's Armor. So much money for, like, the piddliest stat upgrades. But as Bagtree said, Okage sure is a game. Here we go. I'll probably completely forget that I got Roz that coat. Let's rest. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden getting a game is surprising. Did they show any footage for the Ninja Gaiden game? Or just, like, the reveal that it exists? Because I'm curious if it would be in the classic Ninja Gaiden side-scrolling style, or there is the more modern ones that Tecmo did on the Xbox, which I've never seen played. I just know that they're apparently extremely difficult, but that's just Ninja Gaiden. Hopefully they're difficult in a fair way and not an obnoxious way like the original Ninja Gaiden was. Now, granted, that's hearsay. I've never played Ninja Gaiden. It was before my time. Yeah, I heard about that. Some Bandai Namco game, I forget the name of, that has, like, evil Pac-Men or something? Boy, so is Kiesling gonna, like, die instantly? I don't think he's gonna die instantly. He's level 27. It's not that far behind, I tell myself. Boy, I really don't want to have to grind with Kiesling and Linda, but whatever. Ew, crypto blockchain AI cat game? Ugh. Can we just, as a society, move past AI? I don't know if the turbo speed, if the volume is gonna, or the sound is gonna get really irritating. Oh boy, yeah, Kiesling has all of her spells, but I feel like they're still bad. And, like, they're single target. I guess Kiesling probably learned something better eventually, but... Bonus point, it's for the Apple Watch? Ugh. Alright, Ari, you're gonna have to do all the heavy lifting here. After this fight, I can put Kiesling back in storage for the rest of the game. This is a promise. Bless. God, he has 95 hit points. He's squishier than Linda, who, granted, has 13 levels on him, but I feel like your hit point gains aren't that monumental. Boy, if he dies, like, he's not gonna get experience for this. Oh, this is miserable. This is miserable. Please don't die, Kiesling. Just defend yourself. As much as I don't want you to. A Tiger Electronics watch game. You know what they're making me think of is, those toys that were like... how to explain them? They were, like, filled with water, and you'd press buttons to, you know, make, like, a ball float through the water or something. Like a game in the barest sense of the word. A gaming device in the barest sense of the word, I should say. Posture check, thank you, Ryfam. You can play Game & Watch Ball on your Apple Watch, alright. I really don't know if Omni Concert does much. Like, it's supposed to slow down the enemies, so presumably their turns come up less often. It's something you'd win at a school carnival. You get at a Scholastic book fair, maybe. Okay, let's just wail on him. Come on, Kiesling, let's see you do like 3 damage. Oh, 21 damage, you know, that's more than I thought you were capable of. I know I saw a lot of people getting excited about The Witcher 4 being announced. I'm surprised people aren't wary about, because the developer is CD Projekt Red. And I know The Witcher was their big series before Cyberpunk, but then Cyberpunk, and then there was all that controversy about the horrible crunch culture and how busted that game was. Wow, Kiesling got a lot of experience from that, thank God. I was worried he'd get like 200 from it. So I'm wondering if that's going to affect how The Witcher 4 is going to be produced ultimately. If they're going to make an effort to avoid that crunch, or if it's just, you know, back to old habits. I didn't know it was technically announced last month. I thought it was at the Game Awards was the first mention of it, because that was the first time I'd heard anyone speak about it. I don't know, what else was there? I looked over a list of, like, game announcements, but nothing stood out in my mind except for, I guess, like, Okami and Ninja Gaiden. A lot of, like, the AAA sort of offerings just aren't really of interest to me. No gameplay, the story of the night. That's how it always is, you know? It's all about those sizzle reels. And impressing people with concepts and pre-rendered footage. There was a game with Aaron Paul in it that looked like a Telltale game that didn't look terrible. Who's Aaron Paul again? I know he's an actor. At least I'm 90% sure he's an actor. Oh good, Kiesling's like almost dead, which doesn't take much. Okay, that is Jesse from Breaking Bad. That would have been my guess, but I wasn't sure because like what do I know about pop culture? Well, what I know about pop culture is that Breaking Bad fans have incredible dedication towards making like the weirdest meme videos. Like, genuinely impressive. Like, I've never watched Breaking Bad, but I've seen some truly impressive feats of videography. The saddest boy alive. I didn't know he was the saddest boy alive. I just thought he was like a rude boy, but ineffectually. Yo, Mr. White. That's all I got. Speaking of no gameplay, there's a Naughty Dog game in space. Not very impressive to you. I saw like a gift set of that on Tumblr. But all I remember from the gift set is that there was a bit with the, I guess the protagonist watching a scene of some anime with the long pink-haired girl hopping around on like telephone poles or something with the sword. And that was all I saw of the gift set at first. I didn't realize it was from a Naughty Dog game. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, okay. Slot number 3. But I thought, what's that anime? That looks cool. But no, it was from a Naughty Dog game. He's rude, but in an American Ryuji way. You know, that's a very evocative picture. Granted, how evocative is dependent on whether or not you've experienced Persona 5 at all. But it's very evocative nonetheless. I was thinking earlier about Persona 5 when I was thinking about game narratives generally, because I really enjoyed Sakuna of Rice and Ruin's narrative. By the way, you should play Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. I talked a little bit about it before stream, but I basically cleared that game out except for the bonus dungeon, which I did everything I possibly could have before the post game, and I was disgustingly underleveled, but I just like rushed through everything because I loved it so much. But anyway, I was thinking about game narratives and how like I played Persona 5 and I enjoyed Persona 5, but when I think about the narrative, I don't really remember a lot of what happened in that game. And same with Persona 4. I feel like going between the two, I don't know, Persona 4 might have had the stronger narrative, I think because the scope was on a smaller scale, so it felt a little more... Well, Linda doesn't need to defend, she's not that squishy. But Persona 5, I think it pulled its punches too much. And without getting into spoiler territory, it felt very hypocritical in a lot of ways. And contrived in a lot of ways as well. All you know about Persona 5 is that you have a cat in your backpack, and honestly, that's all you need to know. I think, genuinely, Morgana might have been my favorite part about Persona 5. Like, yes, I loved the aesthetics, like just the graphic design, the UI. The music was good, like, it presents a very stylish, polished game. But when I think about the stuff that I remember from that game most prominently, it's Morgana. And how much I enjoyed just having a little fella in my backpack going with me everywhere and saying gently encouraging things to me. That was great. Was the Naughty Dog trailer like 5 minutes long of nothing happening? See, I didn't know that. Because all I saw was like a little gift set on Tumblr. So I had no idea how long or how much footage it was actually culling from. You think Persona 4 is greater than Persona 5 in terms of story, but it's close because Persona 4 was way more anime, especially in problematic ways. Yeah, there was definitely some narrative foibles let's say, that I think if the game was written a little better, they could have worked around it. Like a big one is my trash favorite, Yosuke. He's this close to having a satisfying narrative arc. But the fact that Atlas cut out the Yosuke romance route, I think undermines a lot of it. Because if you had that, and again, I'm trying not to get like too specific or spoilery, but a lot of Yosuke's character and how he comes across is like a character that I think is sort of in denial about his sexuality, which makes some of like the really awful comments he makes to Kanji make sense because, I mean, teenage boy growing up in a rural Japanese community, you can imagine probably faces, or rather like the thought of pushback at someone being not straight would be quite significant. And I think if they had that, and maybe with Yosuke possibly coming to terms with that, could have been interesting. But they don't, and Kiesling's dead. Because I wasn't paying attention, but that's on me, because I don't like Kiesling. I like Yosuke. I mean, I want to put Yosuke in a trash can and roll him down a hill, but like in an affectionate way. Everyone could use a cat to tell them to go to bed. This is also true. Oh, Kiesling is about to die again. Hang on, Linda, can you wait a second? We're gonna need to revive Kiesling again. There he goes. Okay. Because if he's dead, then he doesn't get any experience, and that's terrible. Okay, revive him, and then Ari attacks, hopefully before this bear can kill him again. There's a whole supercut in Persona 5 where Anne declares she's going to own her appearance and agency thereof, and then all the cheap fan service shots that followed. And it's so much longer than you thought it could possibly be. Ugh. So, for those of you that haven't played or experienced Persona 5, so I'll talk about the first major palace boss that you fight. So this is the first boss in the game. If you don't want to hear about it, you know, mute this for a couple minutes. I understand. So the first boss you face in the game is Kamoshida, the abusive gym teacher at Protagonist High School, who not only like physically abuses the members of like the volleyball team, and I think, if I'm not misremembering, was also like the cause of why Ryuji has like that permanent injury and had to quit track, but is also just a huge sexual predator and creeps on teenage girls. And the game rightfully frames it as repugnant and disgusting. But then the game becomes extremely hypocritical because while it rightfully vilifies this character for being a huge sexual predator towards teenage girls, it then objectifies teenage girls like Anne, like with all the fan service shots and the jiggle physics and whatnot. So it's like you're giving me really mixed messages, Persona 5. So on one hand, like, yes, don't objectify teenage girls, don't abuse your position of power to sexually abuse and assault not just teenage girls, but anyone. But then they're framing these teenage girl characters in a male-gazy way for cheap fan service. So, like, this is not very eloquent, but what the heck, Persona 5? I'm sorry, I'm not particularly eloquent right now because I'm trying to pay attention to Okage. I'm trying to pay attention so Kiesling doesn't die on me. I wish I had a macro for the overdrive combo. Incredible, Ari, you missed almost every single flower. Good job. So proud. That's like Stan tier helpful. Yeah, you can unmute now. I'm done. Hang on, let me pay attention what I'm doing real quick. So Kiesling doesn't die before I kill off all these flowers. Nothing will top Valentina in terms of jiggle physics. It's true. They took it out of the remake though, didn't they? Which I don't blame them for. But it was pretty funny in the original. And I'm gonna read this. Oh my god, Ari, please. Let me read Dak's comment here. Your Persona 4 hot take is that everyone views Kanji's story as an embracing of queerness, but what you know of Hashino now. I assume that's the director or writer? You view the intended moral of that arc as be true to who you are. Don't be so paranoid that someone might think you're something awful like a loser or a homosexual. Yeah. Again, it feels very hypocritical. And I think that's one of the big sticking points of the Persona series generally, that feels a lot more noticeable in this day and age, is that not only are there no gay options, but like it feels staunchly against the premise of such a thing happening. Like, especially if, you know, you're going to continue making games about teenagers, with the focus being around sort of discovering and embracing who they are deep down, because that's all part of releasing your persona, is accepting every facet of yourself. Like, I think that would be a good avenue to explore such burgeoning feelings, but Persona pulls its punches and won't acknowledge the fact that not everyone is straight. Like, come on. Maybe the inevitable Persona 6 will fix it, but honestly, if you want a game with those mechanics, just play the mainline Shin Megami Tensei series. I think Persona's maybe like a better intro to those mechanics. It's a little more newbie friendly because the Mega 10 games are tougher than Persona. But I think they're also more satisfying. And the flip side of most of the Mega 10 games is that all the principal characters aren't teenagers anymore. Which tends to be a little more relatable. Incredible, Linda. You missed a stationary flower. Yeah, a lot of the messages around kanji were such a head-scratcher. Which is a shame because in a bubble, if I guess your takeaway of kanji is not maybe the agenda the game is trying to push. Is I really enjoyed Kanji. I thought he was a fun character. I like that he evidently had a pretty big crush on the protagonist. Well, everybody had a crush on the protagonist, let's be real. But I wish they had, you know, embraced that. And let Kanji embrace that facet of himself instead of trying to push it to the sorry, not the forefront, the back of his mind. Also, hang on, I'm just gonna scoot in my chair. Let me mute myself while I do that. Okay, there we go. I'm done scooting. You didn't know any of that stuff about Persona, but what turned you off of the series is that the characters have to shoot themselves in the head in battle. As Kapotiko said, that's only Persona 3. And, well, full disclosure, when I first played Persona 3, my edgelord self thought that was cool. I still actually think it's, in the context of the game, I think it's a cool, I don't know, and I'm not saying this in a way to like romanticize or glorify suicide or self-harm, so please don't take that from this. But the whole act in Persona 3 was about shedding your false self and unleashing the power of your true self by sort of literally killing your false face. But it's also presented in a very edgy way. But you know, when you're a teenager, you think, oh heck yeah, heck the system. You know, like Shadow the Hedgehog era type stuff, okay? Don't look at me like that. It's cool. You know, I never finished Persona 3. I tried both like the initial release of Persona 3 and then also Persona 3 Portable, but there were just contrivances that stopped me from finishing the game either time. I think I got like halfway through in Persona 3 Portable. And I haven't played the remake. I'm not really keen on it. Maybe if they patch in the female protagonist, maybe. You know, that's another thing that the Persona series really needs to get on, is letting you play as not a boy for once. Just for the novelty's sake. Oh, I didn't use overdrive. That's right, I already did. Maybe I should have Linda heal. Oh, I didn't mean to wait. Why did I have Kiesling wait? No, I want him to defend. See, I'm all distracted now. Yeah, no guns to the head in Persona 5. You tear your face off. Dak is correct. And in fact, the cutscenes of people awakening their personas in 5, I think are quite a lot more visceral than the ones in 3. 5 is quite visceral, in a good way. You remember this AV Club article that rightly called out how Persona 5 kept trying to find examples of people and outcasts unfairly done dirty by society, and after a while it's just kind of weird how they don't feature queer themes at all, but they do make a trashy homophobic joke. Yeah, that's about right. I'm trying to remember the trashy homophobic joke they made in Persona 5. They did have... Oh yeah, no, those... What was that area in Japan called with all the host clubs? It wasn't in Shinjuku. I can't remember. But yeah, no, I remember. I know what you're talking about. And I remember thinking, very classy. Persona 5, very classy. Yeah, it was, well, at least my assumption is that weird interaction between Ryuji and the dudes in the city. It's really like, yes, here are characters that are embodying harmful stereotypes. And of course, they're the only, I think probably explicitly gay characters in the game. Like, they're just NPCs, but, you know, of course, they're espousing harmful, espousing harmful stereotypes. I swear I'm eloquent. The worst part is there's an option to just bail on Ryuji and leave them behind with these pushy guys as a joke. Man, yeah, I forgot about that. Ugh. Anyway, that's my thought on Persona, for the most part. Again, if you're interested mechanically in what those games do, oh good. Wow, that was genuinely impressive, Kiesling. Like just how fast he keeled over. But you don't want to deal with the teenage drama and the questionable ethos of the Persona series. Play the Mega 10 games. Well, I haven't played like a ton of Mega 10 games, but I'll rip. Can I just preemptively? No, I can't. Hang on. Yep, there he goes. Okay. He did deserve it. Okay, revive. Wait, this is fun. Well, I'm leveling up. I'm enjoying having these discussions, hearing these hot takes. Truly, it's a Izatsudan stream. Oh, don't target Kiesling. Please don't target Kiesling. Please don't target Kiesling, please. You... Ghosts cannot suffer a Kiesling to live. Neither can I, really. Ugh. You know, if people have more, like, RPG, doesn't have to be Persona or Mega 10, just like RPG hot takes, gaming hot takes, you know, or opinions on, like, gaming narratives, because I think these are interesting points of discussion. And it's not like I can talk about this stuff in my day job. It's interesting hearing my perspective on Persona games because another streamer you follow who is a queer game designer highly recommends Persona 5, you think mostly for the art style and game design. I do think, like, again, aesthetically, design-wise, I think they did a great job. But narratively, I think the game's kind of a letdown. Like, it's the kind of narrative where if you stop and think about it too hard, it kind of falls apart a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, there were good bits in it. And there were aspects of it that I enjoyed. There were bits that I wish they had gone more into, or again, I don't want to spoil anything, but they kind of pulled their punches on. But there was just like a little more commitment to the bit, maybe. And I liked the personas themselves, like how Persona 3, everyone's persona was from Greek mythology, and then in 4 was Japanese mythology, and in 5 all the personas are based off of figures from pop culture. But I like that Milady de Winter from The Three Musketeers was represented by Haru. That was completely unexpected. Haru is my favorite. I think, like, just design-wise, persona-wise. And who can argue with a cute girl with fluffy pink hair who wields an axe and a huge gun? Like, come on, is that not fantastic? Yeah, Milady de Winter did nothing wrong. My God, Kiesling. My God. I hate trying to keep this man alive. Oh yeah, the soundtrack, especially for Persona 5, I think is really great. I really like Mementos, I really like the impression, like the first floors of Mementos gave me, because it just really feels like the opening to a smooth jazz jam session. Like, yeah, I'm vibing with this. Similarly, I really liked in Persona 5 that you could take your cat to a jazz club and have drinks, like have fancy cocktails, a non-alcoholic, with your cat. And for those of you who aren't that familiar with Persona 5, so when you're in a dungeon, Morgana has his tiny little anthropomorphic form. He's still like a little mascot character, but when you're outside of dungeons and Mementos, he's just a cat, just a regular cat. So I'd like to just imagine what it looks like for a teenage boy to bring his cat into a jazz club. And he orders 2 drinks, one for himself and one for his cat, and his cat is sitting in the other chair and drinking the cocktail. Which video game opinion you have has everyone like this picture of a mummy smacking Kiesling dead? I would also like to drink mocktails with a cat. Maybe if I put a bunch of tuna in a blender and put a little, I don't know, a paper umbrella on the side of the glass, I can have cocktails with Onyx. Put some tuna juice, you know, the tuna water that's in the can. Whenever I use tuna for anything, I'll give him the tuna juice and a little bit of tuna as a treat. You think my gaming hot take pertaining to something that would be of interest to me is that the modern Donkey Kong Country games are boring and dull compared to the OG games because they're too big. So like Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze, you mean? I haven't gotten to play them. And I need to, obviously. See, I've heard a lot of people say nothing but good things about them, especially Tropical Freeze. But I don't really know anything about their scope. Yeah, I want to play Tropical Freeze, especially. One of your stepmother's cats is indifferent to tuna water? Really? That is strange for a cat. I mean, not that I've known a ton of cats in my lifetime, and nor do I know all of their opinions on tuna water, but it seems to be a fairly universal cat thing in my experience, that they all love tuna. Yeah, I also hate the prospect of people measuring game value in hours. I just want a game that's as long as it needs to be, you know? I remember an English teacher of mine saying to us when people were asking, how long does a story need to be? And he says it's the length of a piece of string, as long as it needs to be. I think I'm butchering what he said a little bit, but the point is, I don't like it when games are padded out with a ton of bloat. Thank God Kiesling survived that. Okami is a too long game. One of these days I also need to play that one, just to experience it. I think there's a lot of games out there that do suffer from bloat. I'm trying to think of a good one off the top of my head. It's always harder to think when I'm playing something else that I'm nominally trying to pay attention to. Alright, Linda's spell is all the way down here. You do know of a guy who hates the new DKC games, but he's also annoying and wrong about everything, so you're not associating him with Kapotoko. I'm sure Kapotoko appreciates that. I don't know, what's a game I played that had too much bloat, I think? I've definitely played them, I just need to stop and think about it. Like games that have you like repeating quests or objectives or just like revisiting old areas without offering really anything new. And you can tell they're just padding out for playtime. But again, it's hard to think while I'm trying to focus on Okage. Oh, Skyward Sword. Now that's a good example. I never finished Skyward Sword. I was talking to my brother about this the other day. I did most of Skyward Sword. There's just so much in Skyward Sword that I didn't have fun doing. Especially fighting against the imprisoned. And it's not even an enjoyable fight for me. Your mileage may vary, but just having to chase the boss up a hill repeatedly, like it didn't really feel challenging, it just felt like you're fighting the controls. But that's a lot of the fights in Skyward Sword felt like you were fighting the controls. In fact, in Skyward Sword, I nearly died very early on in the first dungeon because there's a Skulltula you have to kill in a room. And you have to kill the Skulltula specifically with the thrusting attack. You have to stab it in its abdomen, because if you hit it with a swing, it will just spin around and hit Link. But the motion controls are not the most accurate, and I was really struggling to get the game to register my motion as a thrust, instead of Link swinging his sword and then getting hit by the Skulltula like an idiot. A lot of the cavalry battles in Twilight Princess were irritating. I didn't play enough of Twilight Princess, the little I've experienced to see them. But, I mean, I do have a copy. It is on my list of things to stream. You know, I'm gonna try... I don't know if it really does anything, but I'm gonna try Omni Concert and hope that these spiders don't kill Kiesling, because they're kind of beefy. And Ari usually needs a couple hits to get rid of them. Yeah, I know people have gotten a good time out of Skyward Sword. It's not to say that it's devoid of merit. There's good bits in it. And I did think Groose had a fun character arc. Like, probably the best part of Skyward Sword maybe is Groose. And his theme. Wah, 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 wah. It's very reminiscent of the pirate theme from Wind Waker, which I wonder if it wasn't deliberate. But yeah, Skyward Sword, even setting aside the controls, flying around, for instance, didn't really feel that responsive or fun. It just, like, a lot of the things in that game felt like a chore. But your mileage may vary. I did like that iteration of Zelda. I thought childhood friend Zelda was a cute concept. Unfortunately, you don't really get to see much of her, because she is a Zelda, and of course will get kidnapped. Another gaming hot take you have is a lot of Wii games don't hold up. Are there specific ones you're thinking of? The only Zelda that has the annoying bit is A Link Between Worlds. Correct. You thought the controls worked well in Skyward Sword, but when you replayed the Switch remake, you had issues. Interesting. Because I heard they made the controls better? Question mark in the Switch remake? Like they're more functional? I think you can... Am I misremembering? You don't have to use motion controls in the Switch version, do you? I don't actually know. If there was some way, like, you could... Like, at least use buttons to guarantee Link does a thrust attack so you don't almost die to his Skulltula in the first dungeon, because Link will not stab. You flick the right stick, okay. So there is a way to do it, that's right. Not all Wii games could be No More Heroes. Yeah, the little I remember of playing of Twilight Princess, the boss battles were cool. I should probably heal Kiesling, maybe. Which is I am loath to. I should also save, like, just periodically, just in case every single enemy in a fight decides to jump on Ari's skull. Ooh, Mario Galaxy is a downgrade from Sunshine. That is a hot take. Well, a hot take for me, because I prefer Galaxy to Sunshine. I love Galaxy. Galaxy made me feel some type of way, and it's rare for games to actively make me feel emotions to that degree. And I just liked, I think the feeling of whimsy and discovery. Like, Galaxy to me is a very magical game. And Sunshine isn't bad, but to me, Sunshine has a lot of that annoying bit, to borrow a piece of terminology. There's a lot of bits in Sunshine that I go, ugh.
Man, you're making me do this.
But I still do like Sunshine, and I'll stream Sunshine at some point. Probably not, well... I was gonna say not the version on the Mario All-Stars collection. I'm not sure. Because I tried a bit of Sunshine on the All-Stars collection, and controlling it there felt really weird. Because on the GameCube, you have the trigger buttons that are pressure sensitive, so you can either press them a little bit or click them all the way in. Alinda learned something interesting. And that if you press it in a little bit, you can run around while spraying Flood, and then pressing it down all the way will lock Flood or lock Mario in place while you spray. But because the Switch doesn't have the same functionality, they reworked how that functions. I don't remember exactly how, but I just remember fumbling with it and finding it awkward. No, wait, what I want to do is look at what Linda learned. Full power increases damage done. It's still not an attack spell. Okay. Sunshine on All-Stars collection was no bueno. GameCube controller is too peak, as the kids say. Yeah, it felt too weird. I need my GameCube controller. If Nintendo didn't want you to emulate their games, they shouldn't have made the All-Stars collection. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I think Power Wash Simulator is broadly the same as Mario Sunshine. I mean, I don't know if you're on the hook for crimes in Power Wash Simulator. Maybe you are. That would be exciting. Yeah, I don't know. Someday I will play Mario Sunshine. I might have to finagle, like, even emulating it, I have to figure out a way to mimic the way the GameCube controls work, but I'll figure something out. There are crimes happening. Good. You know, for those of you that have played Power Wash Simulator or experienced it, would it make a good stream game? Because it's a kind of thing I know a lot of people have streamed. But I assume it's a good candidate for these talkie streams. Zatsudan. Good job, everybody missing the flowers complete. How? How are they missing?
They're stationary.
You know, it's the same way that there's a clip of my Sonic Adventure 2 streams in the middle of a Chow race where I have a legless Chow trip. How does something with no legs that floats like a ghost trip? I don't know, but they managed it. It makes a wonderful Zatsudon game. A great Zatsudon game, and it's a great collab chatting stream. It doesn't have crossplay, does it? I'm gonna have Kiesling defends. I'm feeling a little antsy about these flowers. Just a little bit. Because, I mean, rightfully they want him dead. Probably work for ambling around, hosing things down, and chatting with people, but get a British accent for reading off the texts. I get. Oh, good. Or get a British accent ready. One of these days I should teach myself to do, like, accurate British accents. Like, just pick a region in the UK and decide, okay, I'm gonna learn how to mimic this specifically. It would be a good stream for a stream like this where we're just chatting. It would be a little dull to stream on its own merits. Link with Flood. Somebody give Link Flood. It works because, like, Link doesn't talk, but Flood does. She can do all the talking for him. But, you know, I looked and I'm like, oh, Kiesling's level 42, and I realized, no, that's Linda. Kiesling's in the middle. I'm kind of wondering, like, who will learn a decent spell first, Linda or Kiesling? Like, I don't know what level I need to get this man at, so I can fight the boss without him dying immediately. Link with Flood, but she still calls him Mario. Only programmed to recognize one person with a hat on. Your main use case for Power Wash Simulator was nothing to do at work. I'm gonna put on some podcasts and wash a skate park. Heck yeah. I haven't listened to a podcast in a long time. Not that I've listened to many before. Usually when I need some background noise, when I'm like trying to do art or cook something or whatever, I listen to game streams instead. Which it basically like a podcast. Now, granted, you have to find both someone you like listening to and like a game that's pleasant to listen to. But I got some good go-tos in my pocket. You like Power Wash Simulator mostly for when the edibles hit and you haven't decided on what to do with the night yet. That reminds me in a weird way, I had a coworker. I was talking to them about what they did on their weekend. And they were talking about like playing Jackbox games, and I asked, "Oh, how did you do? Did you win any?" And they're like, "No, I didn't do great. I was in Eddyville." And I was like, "What do you mean Eddyville? Where is Eddyville?" And they had to explain to me, "No, I'd taken an edible." I'm like, oh, I don't know the slang. It's like I used once at work. I had a manager explain to me what a Mickey was, which is like a small bottle of alcohol, I guess. Like the tiny little bottles of liqueurs or something. Can you tell I'm not a party girl? I'm so boring. Amora, you're just safe. No, I'm boring. You can say it. It's true. That's how you found my VODs. Oh gosh, Sparrow, I'm so honored. I've mentioned it before, but I've had some people tell me that they find me soothing to listen to. Good. Easling's dead again. And I am truly honored for that. Because when I think about the streamers that I enjoy listening to, I find them comforting or relaxing or just like nice to listen to while I, you know, clean or draw or cook or whatever. So it's an honor to be that for someone else. I meant to use Replenish and not Omni Concert, but whatever. Will I get to heal Kiesling before he dies again? Let's find out. I should use an item. Or not use an item. I don't need to use an item. Okay. I'm an academic, not a party girl, and that's absolutely valid. Am I academic, though? I'm not sure I'm that either. I just read a lot. I have an eccentric vocabulary. Oh my god. These mummies, I tell you what. They kill Kiesling immediately if they decide to target him. Kiesling doesn't get any more offensive magic between here and level 47, so you think go for the fight based on when he's strong enough to survive. When can he take a single punch from a mummy without dying pathetically? Like, am I gonna get to heal him before he's hit again? Okay. I did just study for a big test, that is true. You know, I wish I had more opportunities to speak Japanese. That's the big sticking point, is actually having an opportunity to use it. And not just being able to practice my speaking and pronunciation, but speaking it would force me to construct sentences. And I did a little bit of that with my teacher when I took that prep course. Like, she'd talk a little bit with us before class started. Like, she'd ask, like, how was the week or how's the weather and whatnot. But it wasn't a lot, so I didn't really have much of an opportunity to learn how to form sentences in my head. Anyway, Kiesling is about to get a level, so let's let him get that one level. And that Bagtree, what are you thinking for the party I go into the fight with? Should I try Ari and the Squishy Wizards? Or should I get Big Bull back and kick Linda out? Linda's upcoming attack is Tails color, so she'll get neutral damage on Mr. Mosquito Coils. Well, that's good. That's something at least. That's right, she learned something at level 45. Bull or Roz for the swords, and probably Bull. Yeah, he's a higher level too, and he's tankier. Like, Roz isn't bad. But, I mean, he's just a big old slab of beef. Linda's been here the whole time. Think of the sunk cost fallacy. Oh, believe me, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I guess I could, like, buff my own party, couldn't I? Oh, this is, like, one person, though. Okay, please don't kill Kiesling, or Ari can use the Overdrive Burst combo. We stan Roz. I mean, wait. We need a better word for that, clearly. Okay, as long as Kiesling is still alive, that's all I care about. Oh my, how do you miss? How is accuracy calculated in this game? Because this is just getting silly. Am I sure that's the definition of what? Hello, Kelly? You know, I was thinking about you earlier, Kelly. No, that's what my manager. Hang on. Not the drugging person sense. Hang on a minute. Okay, the term Mickey is a Canadian slang, specifically for a 12-ounce bottle of liquor. So that's why you might not be familiar with that definition. I also wasn't familiar with this, because my manager at a store I used to work at was the one who explained it to me. Apparently, there's also a 26er, and then a 40-pounder, and then 3,000 milliliters, which is 3 liters, is a Texas Mickey? I guess. Canadian lore unlocked. That's right, we have parkades, and pencil crayons, and toques, and bunny hugs. Well, that's Saskatchewan specifically. And what, Pablum, I think, was Canadian? And some other... Toonies. Toonies is a good one. Do folks even know what a toonie is? Oh my god, Ari, how on earth? I'm gonna have to make these two attack. This is just sad. Drink your bagged milk, you hoser. Genuinely, like, the first time I was made aware of the term hoser was in the Ace Attorney series, when the judge's Canadian brother uses the term hoser. Isn't that sad? You can tell I don't get out much, huh? Maybe I just don't keep Canadian enough company. Oh, pablum is a word everywhere. Okay, never mind that one. But parkade and pencil crayons, yes. Oh my god, how are we missing these flowers? They must be wiggling side to side at like light speed because we can't hit them. That's right, I've never been a hoser. And yes, I have seen bagged milk in stores, but not in a really long time. I remember seeing them when I was really little, but bagged milk, I believe, is a thing more on the East Coast. And for the record, there's like a special pitcher that you put the bagged milk in. You know, it's not like you're jamming a straw in a Capri Sun pouch. Hoser, I barely... Anyway, to backpedal a little, Kelly, because I saw you, I was thinking about some Tumblr post I saw where someone was talking about the concept of a blorbo-in-law, where you know a character is one that a friend of yours or a mutual is really fond of, even though you're not personally familiar with that piece of media. And to me, Leon S. Kennedy is like a blorbo-in-law, because I know you like him, Kelly, but now I've been playing Resident Evil 2, and now I can see him for myself. And yes, toonie is a coin, correct. It is a Canadian $2 coin. And yeah, it's kind of a silly name. Look, our $1 coins are called loonies because they have loons on them. Toonies do not have 2 loons on them, though. They have a bear on them. Just hit them. In all his 90s boy band hair glory. That is correct. It would be less weird if it were spelled T-W-O-N-I-E. Ooh, that just looks wrong. Ari, there you go. And hang on a second here. Oh yeah, I was looking through a drawer for something the other day, and I found in here, I'm holding it right now, it's a Canadian $2 bill, which is not a thing anymore. We don't use $2 bills anymore, it's just toonies. And they have robins on them. 2 robins on the $2 bill. Bring that back now. It's just there. There's just a $2 bill in a drawer. Forbidden currency. Bird money. There's a Canadian coin the size of a US quarter that you and your neighbors keep cycling through the washing machine coin slot. I am honored that our currency is letting you commit laundry crimes. Americans also have a $2 bill that is not in common circulation. I really wish America would embrace the dollar coin. I really don't like the dollar bills. It just, it bothers me. Because in my minds, so like the smallest bill denomination we have here in Canada is the 5. So I feel like the smallest bill you should at least be that. But also all American bills are green. And when I see a wallet with green, instinctively I think it's a lot because it's not the same shade, but a Canadian 20 is green. But then I pull out the American dollars in my wallet when I travel there and I'm like, no, it's just a bunch of singles. At least make them a different color. Oh, you do have dollar coins, but people get weirded out when you use them. Really? Like not just like commemorative coins, honest to goodness, like legal tender, and people just are like, oh, dollar coins. At some point you got change from a machine all in Sacagawea dollars. And people did not like to accept them, really. huh. It's not really the opposite problem, but at work earlier, a gentleman, and I say the term gentleman very loosely, came up to me at the register with the $20 bill and said, yeah, can I get a 10 and 2 5s? And I had to explain to him very politely that I'm sorry, I can't open my register without making a sale, but also we can't make change for you. We're not a bank. And this happens not uncommonly. But usually when it happens, it'll be like someone is paying in cash and they'll be like, oh, instead of a 5, can you give me like 2 toonies and a loonie for bus fare or whatever? Like, that's okay. That is fine. I get that. But every once in a while, you have someone that'll come up to you with a bill and be like, yeah, can I get change for this? And whenever this has happened, I've also worked in pretty close proximity to a bank, including I used to work at a location where there is a bank literally across the hall. Like, you could look out from the store and the bank is it's right there. And they would get upset when you told them I can't make change. And anyway, this guy would not leave. Like, I explained to him, oh, hang on. I explained to him very politely, I can't open my drawer and I can't make change. He's like, well, I'll just stand here until someone pays with cash. Like, most people don't pay with cash. You might be here for a while. And he wouldn't leave. And eventually my supervisor had to go over and talk to him. And we even tried telling him there's a bank over there. You can take your bill there. Like, no, the bank isn't open soon enough. I need it now for my appointment at the barber because I don't want to pay them in a 20. Like, what? Ugh. And he was really belligerent and rude and left in a huff. Anyway, yeah, jump scare.
Slave, now facing the enemy, I want you to answer. What are the fundamentals of combat?
Oh my god, rock on. I can't even really say, like, I want to make sure I pick the right answer because genuinely I can't tell. You know what? Rock on.
You chose that one. And?
Cut loose.
It's about fighting, remember? Now. And
let him have it.
The basics for fighting are rock on, cut loose, and let him have it. Worm boy, trying to be funny, eh? I will laugh out loud when the enemy squashes you.
Worm boy? First of all, I like worms. Second of all, how dare you? Stan is not a Transformers fan. Yeah, the barber would have made change too. I don't know what he was going on about, but he's like, no, I don't want to give them a 20. Would Stan still love me if I were a worm boy? Imagine the perfect vessel for the King of Evil was like a lowly earthworm. The lowly worm. Put Ari in an apple car. No, don't wait, defend. I hope that a mummy doesn't kill you. Oh, have you not seen the Stan jump scare before? So, like, randomly, before you start a battle, Stan will interject like that. And if you pick the correct options, and no, you can't see what they all are, you can't see how the words are going to combine, and once you pick a selection, you can't go back. So it's very easy to end up with a grammatically nonsensical sentence. If you do it correctly, Stan will do an opening attack on all the enemies. But if you don't, he just mocks you and nothing happens. And almost every time I've gotten it wrong, I don't know what he wants from me. But clearly not rocking on, not being excellent to each other. Maybe he had a counterfeit 20. Well, some years ago, they changed our bills. So they're very difficult to counterfeit now because they have like the material they're made out of and they have like clear plastic and then reflective holographic bits. And I feel like people wouldn't go to the trouble of trying to dupe a 20, you know? 2012 was the polymer bills, thank you. I knew a fellow Canadian would have my back. Yeah, I assume counterfeiting bills is probably more of a problem in the US. Because you just have like they're made of cotton or something, right? Whatever fibers your paper money is made out of. But ours are made of a plastic. You bet money he wanted us to change it because if he gave the barber the 20, he was afraid the barber would assume it's a tip. He did kind of give the vibe of someone who didn't want a tip. Cotton and linen. All right, thank you. I think I shared on stream once, but I once had a customer load up a gift card with $100. And our debit machines, like a lot of food service businesses, at the very beginning will ask, like, add a tip. And you could say no, but the lady saw this, again, and had, like, designer clothes. So you could tell she had a lot of money. And as she was putting $100 on a card for herself, she looks at it and goes, ha ha ha, tip? You want a tip? F no. And like, what do you say to that? Nothing. You just stare at her and go like, okay, you can just hit no. Like, I don't care. You don't have to make a big show about how I will absolutely not give these lowly baristas a tip. But I will laugh in their face at having the audacity of wanting to be paid for their labor. Well, Kiesling, you survived. Here's a tip. Perish. If you were there, you would have silently emptied your latte into one of her bags. That's the dream, isn't it? Like, a customer being unfathomably rude, and of course, the people serving them can't do anything about it, but another customer retaliating. That's the dream. Oh, you're right. How did I think she got rich? By spending wisely and not tipping. Now, what did Ari learn? Life Spark. Revive ally and fully restores HP. Oh my gosh. That's actually useful. Genuinely shocked that we've gotten a useful ability in this game. Genuinely. Can I stick with this until Linda hits level 45? And she gets an attack spell? I don't know. I might just go back for Bull now. And if it doesn't work, then I guess we'll continue whatever this power leveling nonsense is. Oop, wrong way. Where is it? It's through here. Oh, I went backwards. I got turned around. Incredible. The baristas have to be so gentle about it now. The ones in the cafe on your street always say, okay, just sign here, and the machine is going to ask you a question. Oh yeah, I know people get like really weird about the machine asking for a tip. Like, genuinely, you don't have to comment on it, and you don't have to. We're not judging people if they don't leave a tip. Well, maybe a little bit, if they're doing like a really large order and they don't tip at all. Like, not even like $1. Because I can actually tell, on my register as the transaction finishes, if somebody adds a tip, it does show up on the screen as a gratuity. Customers don't know that though. So I can tell if someone leaves a tip or not. And most of the time, again, I don't care. Maybe a little iffy if someone's, again, doing a really big order and they don't tip at all. But like, just don't comment on it. It's fine. We're not, like, all gonna give you the stink eye because you didn't tip. But if you make a big show about how you hate tipping or whatever, now we're gonna give you the stink eye. And now at least 17 people know. That's right. You know the dirty secret. Secret? Oh, man. That's what I should be doing, really, is like giving folks all the hot coffee shop goss while I'm leveling in this Zatsudan stream. But I don't know, what's hot coffee shop goss? Not to be confused with hot coffee. Not the Grand Theft Auto version of that, certainly. Spill the coffee, Maury. I don't know, what's some coffee goss, or even really just like coffee knowledge I could espouse? The hot calf. But then do I really want to talk about my day job? No. We can go back to video game hot takes. Your mind also went to San Andreas too. Wonderful. Maybe I should play a Grand Theft Auto game someday on stream. I don't know. Oh, Kiesling's almost got another level. I guess I could grab one more after I get Big Bull. I'm just gonna top everybody off. Yeah, it would be very unlike the things I normally play. Well, even playing... This is not the right way, it's up here. Even playing, like, horror games. Hang on, Stan. I've been a little worried thinking I'm gonna drive the audience I've built up away. Because this isn't Mario. What do you mean you're playing low-poly horror? But I don't know, I like Resident Evil. It's fun, it's campy, it's silly, and it's really fun to experience with the chat. Anyway,
Tell me, my minion, what is the necessary attitude for my world conquest? Say whatever comes to mind.
Tyrannically.
Oh, you start like that? Okay, then.
Invoke dark power.
I see. Now how are you going to finish?
And pig out. Rule absolutely.
You think tyrannically invoke dark power and rule absolutely, is it? Ah, yes! You've inspired my conquest to new heights, boy! Let me thrash these ghouls!
You're gonna pig out on them, right? Was it... I'm trying to remember from the credits of RE2. Was it Hideki Kamiya? Like, I didn't comment on it when I was streaming it, but I remember seeing the director's name and going, oh, you. But now I don't remember if it was Hideki Kamiya or not. Okay, yeah, it is. I'm not getting my Japanese game devs mixed up, right? He was the one that loved to ban people on Twitter, right? Well, not ban, but like block them. Like openly, yes, okay. Mr. Block Everyone himself. Are there any recipes or tips I've gotten from my job? Well, I can say in terms of preparing coffee. So something I see a lot of people do, and I know because my parents also used to do it, is people will store coffee beans in the freezer, but you actually will wreck your beans if you do that, because you want to avoid introducing moisture to them, and that will introduce moisture, and also you'll probably get like freezer burn. Point is, don't freeze your coffee beans. Keep them in a cool, dark place. It's best if you grind them right before using them. But if you don't have a grinder at home or you just buy ground beans, that's okay. Just store them in a cool, dark place. And they're best enjoyed within about a week. But again, you know, if it takes longer than that, it's not the end of the world. It's also important to get the ratio of your water and coffee correct. And this is another mistake I see people make when they like weaker coffee. If you like weaker coffee, what people will sometimes do is they'll use less ground coffee with the same amount of water, but you'll over extract your beans if you do that, which will negatively impact the flavor. Instead, if you want weaker coffee, just add more hot water after. So use the same ratio of beans of water and coffee that you would, and then just add more hot water to that afterwards to get a weaker cup. I took out Big Bull, right? Yes, I did. Like, my brain is going in 8 different directions at once. What if you vacuum seal your beans? That is a good statement out of context.
They should probably be fine.
Well, actually, coffee beans, they do let out a small amount of gas. Like, if you look at bags of coffee, they tend to have like these little vents, I guess, for lack of a better word, to let some of the gases escape. I don't think your bag of vacuum sealed beans would explode. Probably like puff up a little. I don't know. Vacuum pack of refried beans. I am also rotating this in my mind now. Does anyone here ever use one of those, like, those vacuum sealers for food? I was gonna say, do they actually work? But I guess they do. I mean, if you want to sous vide stuff. Your favorite N64 accessory was the bean vacuum pack. And yes, that is what the hole is for. The hole in the coffee bag. I assume that's what he's asking about. Yeah, the canister with the air, yeah, it should be fine. That's fine. They're not going to explode. Probably. But if you put coffee beans in a microwave, is it like microwaving a grape? Note, I've never microwaved a grape. I just heard they explode if you do. You always thought those vents were for smelling before purchase. I don't believe that's their, like, primary intent, but, I mean, it's definitely a perk. Also, for those of you that don't like coffee, which is fair because I don't like a lot of coffee, but if you ever get the chance to try, like, good coffee, like you're at a really fancy hotel, or like the first time I ever had really good coffee was on a cruise in like the VIP lounge. It was like the first real vacation I'd ever gone on. When I got a big pot of decaf and a coffee press early in the morning in like the VIP breakfast area, and I thought, oh, this coffee is excellent. I understand now why people really like coffee. Because it's so easy for coffee to taste like hot garbage. Which I think might fuel a lot of people's dislike for it. But if you have really good coffee, I think it is genuinely an enjoyable beverage. Granted, you still might not like it, which is totally fair. But give it a chance. Gotta be good coffee, and it's gotta be prepared properly. And much like certain types of teas, it's surprisingly easy to screw up. Like, my favorite green tea, Genmaicha, I really enjoy, but you have to be careful when you're steeping it. You have to make sure the water isn't too hot, and you really have to make sure you don't steep it for too long. Otherwise, it gets this, like, kind of like metallic taste. It's just, ugh, don't like it. But it's delicious and light and has this pleasantly roasty flavor if you brew it correctly. So it's kind of like that with coffee. You gotta make sure you do it right. You got fancy coffee at an art museum thing in college, and you didn't like the coffee, and also people at the museum kicked you out because you didn't seem fancy enough to be in the museum. What the heck? You know, I think I've said this on stream before, but for a long time, and even now, I still kind of have this irrational fear. Not a fear in a phobia sense, but just this thought, this anxious brain thought, that if I go into a clothing store and I don't seem like the right sort of person to wear that brand or whatever, that the employees, if not like asking me to leave, will just like stare at me and think I'm up to no good the whole time. Like, she doesn't seem ritzy enough for her clothes or whatever. Maybe it's because you didn't like the coffee. Maybe that was the signal. I mean, even good coffee can be displeasing, depending on the roast. I don't really have to fight these guys, and I'm probably still gonna have to go back to the book and heal. But I'll take out these spiders for the experience. Why not? Also, hello, Susie. You're a tea drinker yourself. Excellent taste. Like, I'm primarily a tea drinker. I don't have coffee very often. Coffee, too, like, tends to make me really jittery. And not in a wake-me-up sense. I don't feel more alert. I just feel like I'm restless and unsettled. It kind of gives me anxiety. Especially if I have it without having eaten enough beforehand. Ugh. You got a nice shirt as a Christmas present, but you wanted to exchange it for a different shirt. You were about to go in, but you felt so out of place that you didn't go in. It's real, isn't it? The sense that you're not the right clientele for a store, and the employees will give you weird looks for it. You know, it's always a good beverage. A nice, cool, refreshing glass of water. But I like filtered water. Am I a water snob? Not really, but I'm just used to the taste of filtered water. But drinking tap water just... It's too weird. I can deal, but I don't like it. Oh, you don't drink caffeine at all? Not even tea? That's powerful. Do you ever do, like, flavored water? Like, I know you can get, like, those water enhancers, but also stuff like, Bagtree, you know those, they're, like, the non-alcoholic mixers, kind of? Could one add that to water? Or, like, a drop of bitters or something? Like, I know there's things people do to make water more palatable, just so they can stay hydrated. Okay, hang on. Do I need to do anything before I go into this fight? I wonder also if I should change what I have equipped in the accessory, but I don't really know if they're going to make a big difference or not. Like, avoid attack. I have 10 of these. What does it mean, avoid attack, exactly? Or evade spells? It doesn't really seem to work that well. No, don't delete it. It's valid. It's valid. Boy, I got a lot of Panther's Fangs. Magic evasion is a real stat, but a hidden one. Oh, good. Maybe I'll... Oh, this is equipped on someone else, and I guess I can't take it. It's not equipped on someone else currently in the party, is it? Oh, Ari has it. Okay, maybe I can put it in Kiesling and hope he doesn't die immediately. I don't really know what difference any of this is going to make. Sparkling water with bitters and citrus is your favorite mocktail. I want to try that. Give me the pain water. You know, I'll put this on Ari. And I'll put... the Crow's Amulet and Kiesling and then hope it works. Oh, and you've already got a Panther's Fang. Okay. You hear coffee and soda or diuretics, but there's no way it's a net negative in terms of water in your body, right? Also, I'm going to fast forward this. You know, I'm also going to sip water. Hang on. I don't know if they're a net negative, but especially like with like coffee, like I always hear like if you're ill and trying to stay hydrated to avoid like coffee and tea specifically, maybe green tea is okay, or like herbal tea which has no caffeine. Okay, I'm gonna use Charge on Big Bull. I'm gonna make him beefier. I'm gonna have Ari use Overdrive on Big Bull. The downside of this team comp is I don't have Linda's full party heal. Decrease speed, okay. Wish I could decrease speed on everything. Your brother's latest thing is like, okay, so alcohol is a diuretic, but it's not a net negative until you go above 10% ABV. You can drink beer all day forever. Yes, your brother from the Middle Ages. I watched several episodes of this series called The Supersizers Go. I might have talked about it before. With two British comedians, Sue Perkins and, oh, what was his name? Giles. I forget his last name. But each episode they focus on a specific era in history, and then they spend a week not only eating the cuisine from that area, but also trying to mirror the lifestyle and the fashion and whatnot. And an episode I saw on like the Middle Ages in England was that everybody basically just drank ale all the time because the water was not good to drink. So everybody just slightly inebriated all the time, forever. Sue Perkins is a delight. That was the first place I had encountered her, was that show. And then I saw the season of Taskmaster with Sue Perkins, and I was delighted because she's a treat. She's great. I was trying to say she's a treat and she's great simultaneously, and I think it was going to come as she's a greet, she's a trait, she is a trait. Ari is charged up to use Overdrive. I wonder if I should... Yeah, let's use it. Debating if I should heal first, but I need to get rid of these swords. Please don't kill Ari. Please don't kill Ari. I mean, okay, Kiesling's dead, whatever. I will need him back eventually because of his non-zero magical damage. Oh, please don't kill Ari. Please don't kill Ari. Please don't kill Ari, please. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I'm gonna focus on getting the swords down before I revive Kiesling, because otherwise we'll just be here forever, reviving him forever. Kiesling's dead, whatever, is starting to become a stream slogan. That's the motto of the whole game. Kiesling's dead, whatever. Stan, you can conquer the world, just make sure you destroy Kiesling. That's all I ask. Oh, Sue Perkins is on Great British Bake Off. Honestly, I'm not surprised because I've found through like watching Taskmaster and then YouTube slowly recommending me other shows featuring British comedians is that they all like know each other. And they're like, there's these programs like GBBO, or like the Big Fat Quiz or Would I Lie to You? They're all on these shows, all of them. I wonder if Charge works on Magical Attack, or if Defenseless works on Magic Defense as well. I don't know, I'm gonna try it. Will it do me any good? I have no idea. Yeah, the panel show circuit. The first place I encountered James Acaster was my brother sending me a video that was a compilation of some of his moments from the Great British Bake Off. And I wound up looking up the season of Taskmaster he was in because I thought, oh man, this guy is hilariously pathetic and relatable. I need to see more of him. James Acaster is very much, I like to describe him as an ineffectual rude boy. Because it's kind of his whole shtick. Is that he's like, yeah, you want to go, mate? Well, not like that, but that's just the vibe he gives off. But the actual force of his rude boy mentality, it's like if you've ever seen cats get into an ineffectual slappy fight with one another, it's like that. Okay, I also want to use the Black Cat gem, but I don't want my party to die before I can do that. I should heal Ari and then do that, I think. Yeah, he hams up being so mad for nothing. I was wondering for a second what wilty was in all caps before realizing, oh, it's Would I Lie to You. I thought about the little succulent plant in, what's that game called? Read Only Memories? With Turing, the little robot buddy. Hang on, I think about what I'm doing in this turn. Okay, I want to heal Big Bull so he doesn't die, and then I'll use the Black Cat crystal. Is there any other move I want to do before then? Not really. So let's heal him. Oh, his banana thing. Oh, and I will posture check and hydrate. Thank you. Delicious water. Well, kind of delicious. It's slightly room temperature now. It's less delicious. Okay. And then let's use the thing. You know, let's also try. I don't know if charge is going to improve magical attack, but let's try it. This game isn't going to tell me one way or the other. Oh yeah, I know the bit. There's a good bit from Taskmaster where the season that James Acaster is on, everyone is tasked with recreating a video game. And he does Grand Theft Auto. And it feels like, when you see it, it feels so perfect for an ineffectual rude boy to try and ape Grand Theft Auto. But in a very analog way, on like a bicycle. Also, Dak, I was too scared to try and say the name of that business out loud because I don't remember how it's pronounced. Pret-a-manger? I don't know. French is scary. Maury, you're Canadian. Yeah, I know. French is scary. When you have to learn it in school, you appreciate how scary it is. Okay, I think we're nominally healed up. I guess I'll try using stuff on him. It's gonna be very ineffectual, but whatever. When you said I liked his punk songs a lot, I forgot about the Taskmaster bit, and I just thought, James Acaster is in a punk band? He should be in a punk band. I don't know if he'd be very good at it, but that's okay. It would still be funny. Okay, Kiesling, please let this do good damage. Please. He is a legit drummer. I forgot. That's the best you can do? Oh my god. I mean, it's not single-digit damage, but it's barely double-digit damage. Well, let me try this again. Let me try this again. Does it do any better? Oh, he's an actual musician guy. Huh. I'm always surprised learning about, like, the depths of these comedians. Like, learning, who was it on Taskmaster Bagtree that, like, spoke French and German, and the task where they were being pushed around in a wheelie barrel and weren't allowed to speak English? And it just turns out one of them was fluent in French and another knew German. Big Bull is a fashion icon, it's true. His chunky docks are great. Kiesling, please don't die. You know what, let me also try Burden on this guy so he kills us less fast. I don't think this fight is getting any better. Oh, that's right, it was Mel. Gitterick, was that how you said her name? Polish is scary. I don't know if it's a Polish name, but it looks Polish. I'm gonna try Defenseless again, too. I really don't know if it's making a difference, but I have to try. Gedrich. Gedrick? Just saying names generally is scary. Sometimes at work, you know, because we work in a busy coffee shop, we put people's names on their orders. And sometimes it's scary reading out the name. Because I just, well, not scary, but I really don't want to get people's names wrong. I have a name that people tend to get wrong very frequently in a way that drives me up the wall. So I want to do people the courtesy of getting their name correct, if I can. You know, yeah, let's have Big Bull use Flame. I do, like, barely any damage. But some names are very ambiguous on the pronunciation, based on their spelling. Or sometimes, the coworker who put in the name will have gotten the name wrong. And it's like, no, I don't know how it's actually supposed to be said, and I just feel awkward calling this out because I know I'm going to get it wrong and I don't know what it's supposed to be. Do I need to heal? Yeah, I should definitely heal. But also writing people's names is a little harrowing. I've had compliments from people when they're impressed that I spell their name correctly, and that always feels really good. But there's like a lot of names that are not English in etymological origin. I can spell a lot of those just because I've encountered them frequently. But the ones that get me are the ones that have a lot of spelling variants. So in one way, they're not difficult to spell, like Michaela. Michaela, in theory, is not a difficult name to spell, but I've seen so many variations of Michaela. And am I gonna pick the correct one? I don't know. Or Caitlin. I've seen a lot of variations of Caitlin. Or Sean. Don't get me started on Sean. There aren't as many Sean variants out there as there are Michaelas, but somehow it feels even more loaded. I remember when I was really little, being aghast at the fact that, what do you mean it's pronounced Sean and not Scene? Much like, what do you mean Jeffrey with the G is pronounced Jeffrey, not Geoffrey? Distant, heavy rain voice. You know what? I've been meaning to share this with stream forever. But I once had a customer whose name, and I'm not saying this to call anyone out or shame them, but whose name genuinely was Jeff, spelled G-E-F-F. Not G-E-O-F-F, but just G-E-F-F. I've never encountered that before. And yes, it did take a little willpower to not mentally read it as Geff. Geff the killer. And that was like, they spelled it out specifically. G-E-F-F. Never encountered that. I'm gonna have to use a wild strawberry. Geff the talking mongoose. You transcribed someone this week with a weird spelling of crystal. Like with a K? Or like maybe some supernumerary Y's or something? I wish this game had like Mallow's psychopath ability just so I could see how close this man is to death. It was the GIF creator. His name is pronounced Jif. What am I doing with Kiesling now? I need you to make a storm. Sometimes, if I have a customer who has a name with a lot of variant spellings, and I don't have like a huge lineup, so there isn't a big rush, I'll ask them, how do you spell it? If we are really busy, then it's just as long as the person calling it out pronounces it correctly. Oh, he's dead. 4 damage. He had 4 health left, or less than that. But once I asked a gentleman who was named Sean, oh, how do you spell it? Because I know more than one. And I mentioned like the S-H-A-W-N Sean spelling, and he got really offended. He's like, no, that spelling's for girls. Like, what are you talking about? I've known men who spell it S-H-A-W-N. I used to work with one who spelled it like that. Anyway, it was a weird hill to die on. More importantly, we're free. Hyperdrive. I bet that's a real attack spell, and we're never going to see it. Get wrecked, Dio.
It's over.
That rhyming is infuriating. Wait, what do you mean, where'd he learn that? But you're the one who's rhyming. Are the dialogue tags messed up? Whatever. Where'd he learn that?
Yes, the power. It's coming back. Another step towards the revival of my invincible power. Yes, now.
Disappeared. Phantom Evil King?
Ah, let him go if he wants. You, boorish hair-splitting hero. The powerful are supposed to laugh and gloat when they win. Right, slave?
I want to hear Ari do his most deadpan, triumphant laugh.
Stan, darling. Excellent.
Excellent, brother.
Phantom Evil King's way of losing was totally cool, too.
What?
Was it, Linda? Was it really? Wow, we're in chapter 6 now. I also want Ari to have a gameplay. I think he should just, like, sit back and, like, play Tetris while Stan fights for him. Deadpan while grinding his Pokemon team.
Is this where Balloon was bragging that he'll make an evil king to match me? My irresistible power will attack and overpower him and... Hold on, King Stan. I do feel that an evil king is awaiting us around here.
It's kind of peaceful. I didn't know a village existed in such an out-of-the-way place.
I don't smell heated combat.
'Tis a shame that a former evil king can't tell. Evil's far more subtle, sinister smell.
Who are you?
What do you mean, who is he, Stan? Though defeated, I will not be denied by a hero, a party of an evil king, and a not classified.
You! Didn't I already teach you a lesson?
You want to do it again? I'll take you on anytime. No, we won't, Roz. Please, not again. God, no. Bide, hero. I have a proposal to make. I am here neither for king or hero's sake. 'Tis for knowledge of Ari's power I ache. Balloon influence is all unabated, but whatever you possess makes Balloon frustrated. To the World Library, advance, that I may see, though I admit its location is unbeknownst to me. Upon your arrival awaits another evil king raised by Balloon. Thy chances be slim if thou goest alone. Oh, it's pronounced Balloon. No, it's Balloon. I'm sorry, it's Balloon. A truce then, an alliance. Might I, your consent, allow me to create a victory imminent?
That means, in short,
You want to join our party? If that's the reason, it's fine. But from now on, you'll follow my orders. Got it?
I follow no liege. No trick of the light. I am known as Epros. By thy side I shall fight. Epros? Epros? Anyway, I called it.
I'll remember, Ipros. Linda's so happy. Like, I'm totally psyched.
That name a bell doth ring. Ah, yes, you are the former teen idol evil king.
No way! Don't label me with such a dorky name. If you dare to take me away from my Stan, just call me Linda and give me a cuddly and bubbly.
What? You mean like hug her and give her a glass of champagne? What? Thy meaning I fear I cannot cipher. Plus, you're too perky and overly hyper. I don't know why, but I'm surrounded by former evil kings. Are you okay? Are you really okay, Rosalind? It's okay, Miss Rosalind. Is it? I too am having a crisis, Roz. Kiesling, are you sure you're not like an evil king? Maybe just evil. Epros of nothing. Alone rhymes with balloon if you're Scottish enough. I don't know why we took this. Like, I didn't press anything, they just walked into it. You know what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go back to Triste, and just save, and also kick Kiesling out of the party. How could you forget Roz existed? I like Roz. I mean, I know I can also save in town, but I need to save now. Just in case. I'm not doing that again. Thank you, everyone, for sticking it through that long level up session. Nice to just hang out and chat with folks. Oh yeah, if I go to a town with a fortune teller, I can learn who my bestie is.
it's so nice to be free.
Free of that boss, free of Kiesling. Yeah, my usual method, my usual go-to is if I don't know how to pronounce a character's name, is to look up what it was in Japanese and see how it was written in kana. Now, that only works if their name wasn't changed in localization, though. But I don't know. Epros? I mean, I do also have this game in Japanese, but it would take me a very long time to get to where I was in Japanese. I don't think that's worth it just to learn how this guy's name is pronounced. It's the fastest town to get to with a fortune teller. I guess Tanel. I hope Stan is our bestie. I don't see why not. I would also accept Roz. I would accept Roz as a bestie. It's interesting that, like, really, random encounter now. Bagtree, you mentioned like that one random woman out in the field outside of Tanel who just like says stuff to you is also a friendship candidate. Epros is Epiros. Thank you. Okay, so it is Epros. Hooray. What a weird name. Yeah, they just straight up transliterated Epiros. Because I thought maybe it was something different. Maybe like it was like if I read it in kana, it would become more evident what they were going for. But just Epiros. Epiros. It's the whole reason I learned Japanese, is so I know how to pronounce character names in games. It's the whole reason. I mean, jokes aside though, it is very handy in a pinch. Okay. I think there's a fortune teller in here. No there isn't. Heck. There is one in Madrill though. I'll just go to Madrill. I just went here because I thought, well, the rock formation isn't that far from the town. It's only in Madrill and Richello? Somehow in my mind, I felt like there were more of those guys. Like at least 3 of them. Anyway, it's nice to have Roz back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The coat I bought for her. I bet we're about to get to another town. And that armor I bought for her is going to be outclassed. But maybe it'll be ludicrously expensive. So this will still serve her for a while. There might have... Oh yeah, you know what? There probably was one walking in the street in Tanel. Oh well, we're going to Madrill anyway. Madrill is good music. So it's okay. Gosh, you know, I don't know how much... This game is 7 chapters, right? We must be getting close to endgame, since we have all the rock formation teleportation points active now. I wonder what I'm going to stream after Okage. We're going to the town of flutes and industrial smog. Okay, now which one was the inn? Was this one or this one? I think. This is the wrong choice. This is certainly the wrong choice. Yep, it was the wrong choice. How do you expect to drum up any business when none of your shops are labeled? Oh yeah, that's right. You know, I was so elated at the fact I could kick Kiesling out and put Roz back in that I forgot about Epros. What does he do? Anyway, I would like you to tell me my fortune.
Here we go. Come to me, my dear fairy. Come on now. Easy now. Here it is. You get along the best with... Whoa! With the evil King Stan! No! Stay away from me! Oh, wait, there's more. Let's see. It says, if you want suspicious training, stay at the hotel. Oh, I wonder what that means.
I would love some suspicious training. Give it to me. Wait. Where's my suspicious training? Also, wasn't there one of these guys in the hot spring? Or am I misremembering? Where's my suspicious training? What is suspicious offer? Is there a specific hotel I have to stay in? The fortune teller is a plant who works the hotel. Oh, they're just trying to drum up business. They'll be like, oh, what, your suspicious training didn't happen? You better stay another night. It would be a better scam if I actually had to pay for the rooms. But also, let me, I just want to see what Epros can do. What? Okay, so he's level 40. Okay, so I'm a little over-leveled. Kiesling's a little under-leveled. I'm a little loath to switch out Big Bull, but let's see what he's got. Unknown age, occupation mysterious wizard, former phantom evil king, mysterious roaming interloper, and snappy dresser, obsessed with the search for magical power and discovering the truth of the world. So I remember there are some items for him I could buy in the hot spring. Are those still good, I wonder? I also want that to be my occupation. Oh, the scene triggers when I leave the hotel. Okay. Jack of Diamonds. Dazzling Tuxedo. What's this Ave's amulet? Bird-shaped lead ornament evades spells, like what Kiesling has. Great, old Kiesling is wearing that. Whatever, I don't care. Probably doesn't work well enough for it to be worthwhile. Whatever. I guess I could try him out for a little bit, sure. Oh, here we go.
By the way, you have become more like one deserving to be my slave. You must find a way to thank me for educating you so well. You are too easy on him, Master. A noble evil king shouldn't be satisfied with such behavior. James. From James's point of view, Ari is still far from perfect. In order to raise him to be a decent evil slave, you have to discipline him more strictly. Harder and more serious. You're right, James. Maybe my slave needs special training. Please leave it on me. I, James, knew this would happen and have prepared a special program. Follow me this way, please. Ha!
I can't undulate like that, James. James, where have you gone? Yeah, he really did skip leg day. He just got some twigs. Put all his power into horns. Stan wishes. Do you think it wrangles him? James has horns and he doesn't?
Now, let's practice. James, what are you planning to do to my slave in such a place? It's called waterfall endurance practice. Now, Ari, step into the waterfall. Come on, please. The water's nice and chilly.
I don't have my shower cap. I don't have my shower cap.
Well, Mr. Ari, why do you refuse like that?
I just told you why. It looks cold. It looks hard. I'll die. It looks cold.
No good, Mr. Ari. You shouldn't have the word can't in your dictionary as a servant of evil. One way or another, you're going to have to do it. Come on, come on.
All his hair chill will wash out. James, please.
James, you look. Because of your special training, my slave has become sick. That's not good. Then please take this James's special Butler's Dark drug. Come on, don't hesitate. Drink it up.
Ari was forced to take suspicious medicine. Excuse me. Ari's ability was suspiciously upgraded.
Look at this. This is the result of your training. I think it's due to the drug. Besides, what purpose did the training have? Well, I found it in a human's book. I have no idea what its purpose was. Oh, Ari. Are you okay, Ari? Hey.
And so, due to the suspicious drug and a cold, the unfortunate boy was in bed for several days.
So what's everybody else doing in the interim? Does nobody else care that Ari's sick? Probably not. Okay. Do I have, like, better stats now? What happened? Oh, what I got from this is a +5 to Ari's attack and defense. I'll take it. Why are we so zoomed out? Why is the camera like this? I didn't do this somehow, did I?
My entourage is now full of ex-fake evil kings. My broad vision allows them to be here so that I might make best use of them.
How pragmatic of you, Stan. Did the waterfall do that, or did James's suspicious medicine do it? Who knows? Did Ari go in the waterfall? I like to think he just, like, caught a colds. Maybe from, like, Kiesling or something. I don't know. He never actually went in the waterfall. Look at the way Epro stands. Look at that posture. Stan is allowing them to join the Koopa Troop. I'm trying to remember, what's the fastest way to get to the hot spring? To buy stuff for Epros? Although I don't even know if it's worthwhile. And yeah, I like the gags of James always leaving the scene in a weird way. And also hitting on Ari's mom. South from Trist. Okay, that was the fastest I could think of. So why does everyone leave without me? Hello?
I cannot wait for night to come. The night dream. In the ecstatic dream, it is as if all my agonies lift away from my body.
Oh, cool. You can experience that with my song. Wanna listen?
Stop it.
I thought Roz was just gonna, like, push Linda into the abyss. What was the whole purpose of that exchange? Linda's like, oh, cool. I'm gonna sing at you now. Yeah, who is Ari, honestly? Nobody knows at this point. Are you staying? It's surprising to see people in here. It's been a while. Excuse me, but I have to get ready, so please come later. A little later. The door is shut tight. I wonder what this game would be like if it had a good localization. It's not terrible, but it's spotty. It's very spotty. This is giving me last area in Quest 64 vibes. I can't believe I brought up Quest 64 again. Oh, welcome everyone. I work hard during the day and then drown my troubles. Cool. What an opening. I should say that at work. That's right. I work hard during the day and then I get absolutely shwasted at night. Ghost System 2. Why is everything so expensive? Master Mold Sword. It's got like a slime mold living in the hilt. Mike Hope, which is worse than what I have equipped. The Love Mike. Natural outfit, basics only coats. Infernal pants. Wonder why Big Bull's armor is cheaper. I guess it's just pants. And it's for men. Like, you know, if these were women's pants, they would be 3 times the price. And half the fabric. You think if this were remade today, it could be a real cult hit. I want to see Okage remade. And, like, good mechanically. Oh, I can buy these now in bulk. Okay, yeah, let's buy some of these. Celeb dress, stage dress. Maybe I should save up for like a weapon or something. I mean, I could buy pants for Big Bull, but I also don't need them right now because he's not in the party. You go talk to the shopkeep and he's like, hurry up and buy stuff. I gotta get crunk later. That face, your face when a customer comes into the store. I didn't think a Flatlander would come here. What do you want from this highland? It's not that I am not welcoming you, but you should go home before dusk.
Huh? What is going to happen after dusk? What's that, Backland Commoner?
Well, it sort of happens or not. Maybe I am overly sensitive. Wait, who spoke just now? Mysterious. Do bad things happen here at night? This feels like a very scary place to live if you regularly get crunk. I don't think I'd want to go strolling home after a night at the pub. Look at their name. Excuse me, could you not stand there? You make my hand dark. I'm sorry to say this, but... Oh no, I can't see. I think it is in back there. Damn, it's too dark to see. What? What? I'm in trouble, trouble, trouble. I wish I had something. Gosh, I dropped something important in here. Huh? Are you like an NPC I'm supposed to give an item to? Like one of the many items I have in my inventory that are probably for a quest like this that I've just completely forgotten about? You want some bread? You want some cholesterol? I don't think I have anything you want. Want a shiny lens? Nope. If I want to do any shopping, I should do it before it's night here. So I assume whenever the inn opens, that's what will make it night. And then does the shop become inaccessible, like, permanently? Because I know that's a thing RPGs love to do, is abruptly you'll pass a point of no return and then stuff will become inaccessible. I'm like, oh, what's that? You didn't, like, buy the super sword or whatever at your first opportunity? Well, you're never getting it.
Oh, Flatlanders, it seems that the people of this village are strangely scared of the night. I am living a healthy, cliché existence, so I sleep through the night. I don't know what's going on, but everyone else seems haggard. What do you think from an outsider's point of view about the people in this village? But you too have dark circles under your eyes. Are you eating right? Kiesling, pot, kettle. Look at your eyes. Like, dear God. I guess it could be eyeliner. I guess it could be eyeliner. Just leaves. Okay. Oh, I can still shop here after events pop off, but I should do that before I start tripping flags. Okay. You know, you're right, Kapotoko. There is a charm about this game's place in history. Okay, I'm gonna go south of Tristan and try and get some gear for this fancy lad. Is there a good place to grind money in this game? Not that I want to do more grinding, but you would think after all the grinding I had to do to get where we are now, that I would have enough money to my name for these swords, but no. Enemies give terrible rewards. Or like, maybe it's not that the rewards are terrible, but just the price of gear is weirdly inflated. I'm just gonna turbo this. Man, what game was it? Oh, you know what? It was, I'm thinking about the Chow Black Market in Sonic Adventure 2, where I swear they added an extra digit to the price of things. I don't know, Epros just floats away with his arms crossed. But like, even like the most basic items for your Chow were hundreds of rings, and it just took a lot of grinding to get anything worthwhile. So I just never bothered. Maybe Okage will get a sequel since Okami's getting... Well, you know what? You're right. You're so right. Hope springs eternal. Now, I don't know how this game ends, or if it ends in a place where one could theoretically get a sequel out of it. Gosh darn it. The guide suggests the dungeon where I met Linda is okay for grinding cash. It's like the one in this area? I think that's where she went, yeah? I guess it's something I could potentially do off stream. I don't want to subject people to more grinding. Although we did have a nice chat while that happened. Okay. Yep. Okay. I do think you're silly. Just please sell me stuff.
Okay, the Conjurer Tux. Here we go. I think that's the only thing for him I can buy here, but yeah. Man, defense plus 12. I went back for this, but like... What does he have equipped right now? Defense plus... Okay, that is decently better. Okay. Why is everything in this game so expensive? But I guess as long as I don't get, like, permanently locked out of the shops in that town, maybe between this stream and the next, I'll do some money grinding off stream. I'll come back here on my own time. And I'll get some sweet, sweet dollar. And then I'll buy a nice sword or something. So, man, look, he just floats. What are his weapons specifically? Like, it kind of sounds like they have a playing card theme, but all I see are the mosquito coils. Or like a mosquito coil stuck to a book or something? They're just really big playing cards. I do like it when characters in RPGs use unconventional weapons. Like, oh gosh. What was there was a character in Tales of Legendia. I want to say it was Norma? I think she used bubble wands. Well... they were like bubble pipes, but I feel like they blew bubbles or something. It's been a long time, and also I blocked a lot of Tales of Legendia from my mind, so it wasn't good. Oh man, Epro should be T-posing while flying across the field. Ultimate power move. Okay, I guess I can turn the turbo off. There we go. Thank God, though, for turbo. Okay, bye. See you later. Everybody just hacks off and leaves Ari to his own devices. Nobody wants to hang out with Ari. But I don't think Ari wants to hang out with Ari, is the impression I get. Okay. Let's go in here. I don't think I've been in here yet. Good house. Good house. Oh, that's right. Gruen, I think? I forgot about Gruen. I think because the place I had just given up on Tales of Legendia wasn't too far after you got Gruen. I think that was her name. Yeah, she uses like... Hang on a second. See if I can pull it up. Tales of Legendia is a weird game in a lot of ways. And hang on, let me see if I can... Because I'm pretty sure in her official art... she's holding her weapon. Yeah, here we go. See if I can... see if it'll let me share this image of her. Which is not the most reliable thing. Why does it... You know, the internet used to be better, but now it's like, oh, do you want to save this image as like a WebP file? And it's like, no, I don't, because then I can't share it on stream in OBS. But it doesn't give me any other options. It's like, oh, you don't want to save this as a WebP file? I hate everything Google has become. I hate everything every search engine has become. It's just a WebP image. Never mind. Anyway, go look up Tales of Legendia Grune. Grune. You can see her holding her pot. Does that actually work? Adding .png? Hang on, let me try it. So whenever I try, it complains. Or it's like, no, that's not a valid file type. Maybe I can force it. Let's see. Oh, I think it actually worked. I think it actually worked. Oh my god. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Can I share it? Oh, come on, let me share it. Ugh. Please. 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 Oh my god. I mean, we've already spent so much time in stream, like the grinding. So what's this really? Okay, now, here we go. Holy moly, Grune, Tales of Legendia. She wields a pot in battle as her weapon. That thing on her shoulder. There she is. The only thing I remember about her is that she's really spacey, and I think had a really like slow way of talking. That's all. Was that worthwhile? I don't know, but here we go. We did it. Huh? Oh, you are a Flatlander? It is just a village, but we do have hotels. I think you should be able to stay. Try them. Huh, I guess there are hotels somewhere. Thanks, Roz. Yes, there are hotels somewhere in the world. I'm surprised that you came here at such a time. Okay, bye, Roz. Gruen's dress is falling apart, like so many RPG characters. It's fashion. It's haute couture. Couture. Yeah, it's haute couture. I'm so depressed. I have no motivation to do anything. Recently, everyone in my family's like that.
It's due to a lack of fighting and your body not being hot enough. Why don't you start a fight with me?
This lack of bliss. What's amiss? Do you really think you're a qualified therapist? He just walks up like he's gonna help him, like, actually, no. Okay. Good talk. Roz is the poster on a thread asking for help on something who goes, oh, you could probably just Google that, I bet. Oh, it's getting darker. Huh, interesting. Tripping flags. Anyway, Roz is like, every time I've had to look up a tech issue, and all I find is like completely useless advice, or advice that doesn't work, or like 3 other people saying, I've had the same problem, or then someone going, never mind, fixed it, thread closed. The highest point in the village. On a fine day, we have a full view of the village. At night, the house lights are dreamlike. Yeah, Roz genuinely thinks she's helping. I mean, she is a hero. So say it, the classification. So maybe she just assumes everything she does and says is helpful. The name has been withheld, but nobody's here. How do you know? Do you just sense? Fool who rebels against the power that dominates the night. React as somebody's ancestor? Huh? Should Ari pretend to weep for whomever is here? React as somebody's family. Well, now, that depends. Did we get along? Are you estranged? React as somebody's ancestor. I still wonder what these said in Japanese. I feel like it was marginally more sensible. I can't... This is the one grave I can't examine. This, like, very... singular point. This narratively significant looking grave. Okay. Have you tried not wanting to do the thing you're trying to do? Ugh. Can I get in here at all? Absolutely no one else here, I'm sure, is familiar with Quest 64. But this gives me, again, the same vibes as the final area in that, the Patchwork Town. It's curious to me how they, like, the dev team has gone out of their way to render these areas, even though there's nothing in them, that there's nothing interactable. And a part of me admires that. But another part of me is slightly frustrated that they've added this detail, but it's not interactable. There's nothing I can do with it. Thank you for waiting. You can stay now. While you are staying, please be careful at night. No, it's not that. Not burglars. Vampires? Let's save first. Just in case. Okay. And now we'll save. It is getting late. And I really want to record more Crow Country tomorrow. I was going to do it today, and then stuff happens, and I was not able to do it. Stuff keeps happening. But tomorrow, for sure. Please beware. That's true. I do have a vampire on my team now. We have Dio.
Hey. Hey, wake up, slave.
I hope this is like the Flanor scene in Tales of Symphonia. And Stan and I are going to have a heart-to-heart chat in the balcony. And he'll give me like a trinket of some sort.
Something's strange about this village. I'll go out to see what's going on. Wake the others up too.
So you mean you'll go out to see what's going on, by which you mean Ari has to go out to see what's going on. Ooh, it's gotten all spooky now. The door is still shut. So is Ari... No, he's not in the party by himself. Well, at least I can still buy things. Thank God for commerce. No, I can't. My body's tired, but I can't sleep. Why? 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 Well, at least I have a customer. May I help you? Could it be all the alcohol you've been consuming? No, I wanted to see if I could examine the alcohol on your counter, even though nothing like that is ever examinable. You know, genuinely, I didn't know Skyrim had DLC. I've never engaged with Skyrim. I've seen, like, clips of it. Bits of people playing it. The glitches are always hysterical.
Whoa!
How do you say whoa, but, like, eerily?
Whoa!
Hark. Listen.
Where did it come from?
Okay, bye, Dio. Anyway, point is it's getting late, but I want some plot. Because it's been so much leveling. This building. Did you see this during the day?
If anything should happen, it must be somewhere like this, correct? Clearly it is inviting us.
This strange phantasm even I cannot snare. Mind Balloon's hand. On guard, beware. I don't care it's supposedly Balloon. I'm committed to Balloon.
A road that opens only during the night seems to be luring us.
We have to be careful. Anything could happen. Night provides the means for clever ambush. But as I am an evil king of honor, I would not surprise you with such. A revelation, sir. Your appellation? It's Jack Skellington? It really is a vampire. I was joking, but it really is a vampire. I guess I would call myself the vampire evil king. Self-contemptuously from the way I accumulate my power. And yes, he does speak like that. I don't make the rules, except I do.
Oh, someone has angst?
Well, he's a vampire, of course.
Bill, what's his name, was claiming he'll generate a great evil king that'll replace me. And that is you?
Yes, it is I. I am an evil being who is classified as evil, and now compelled by the power of classification to be the supreme evil king, and gather my power here. Blood in sweep. Blood in sleep. It flows so sweet. What? Blood? What do you mean? The ways of villagers. Probably it is because the evil king repeatedly sucks their blood. This village is for feeding. Correct. Parties that threatens the classified world, headed by the fearful boy. Villagers are classified as innocent and simple people, easily controlled by my power. That is their existence. They have no other function. Alas, there is no way to resist, regardless of whether one is aware of the truth. What I cannot resist, I shall thus embrace. I will become as evil as I can be, and suck your blood to become the ultimate evil. Those are bold words, bloodsucker. But they are even more foolish. You address the great evil king Stan. I'll suck your power to be mine. That's how it's going to be. Slave, squash this lipless parasite. Wary be. He has strong magic. A clever means we must devise. Defeat would be tragic. A direct attack 'twould be fatal to receive. Alas, we'd be goners before we had time to grieve. We're gonna fight him anyway, okay. This is really loud. Why is this battle music so loud? Alright, we're just going into it. I do get tunes. Transforms weakened enemy into item. Alright. Well, maybe I don't want Epros for this. But whatever. Sucky bat. Yeah, I kind of wish I had some better multi-target stuff, but whatever. Sure, let's use Powerless. And I'll use Overdrive. Well, I guess we did just save, so if I need to rejigger my party and level up again... I really hope this... What a face. Scatterbrain? Okay, I really hope this battle is not as painful as the one against Epros. Oh great, something's wrong with Roz. And she's the one with all the curative... I put an item on you to block status effects. I guess it just doesn't block whatever this one is. Cures confusion. Is she gonna be able to cure herself, though? Let's find out, I guess. The children of the night, they play their music loud. Do I need to turn the game down, like, for real, though? I guess I'll just attack. I'm kind of feeling like we're gonna need to reload and change my party here. Just kind of getting that feeling. Okay, as long as it's not overpowering me, that's good. Oh, does that not count as a curse? Does that not fix Roz? Okay. Maybe if she dies, the confusion will automatically be cured. No, let's try and fix it. What a noise. Please don't, like, miss every single bat, Ari. Please, please. Okay, that's good. Less good. Okay, goodbye, Roz. Those are really big playing cards. Okay, I'm gonna need to heal before I can use Overdrive again. Let's have Ari use Life Spark on Roz. I really, really wish the Big Nut had been retargeted to Ari. All these bats do is shield, huh? I mean, that's better than the swords. Okay, and I'm gonna have him heal Ari. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, and then Ari... I'll have you use Overdrive again. Get rid of these bats. You know what? I'm also gonna have Roz use a Big Nut on Ari. This boss has more HP than Epros, but Ari's dead. But less than Linda and can be hit with any attack, thank God. Okay, well, I'm gonna just change my party. Because it's not the party I wanted to go in with the boss fight. I wonder how reliable Epros's, whatever that skill was called that turns an enemy into an item? Can you just... Well, did it say weakened enemy? I wonder if it's like... I'm thinking about Quina in Final Fantasy IX and how they could eat enemies to learn blue magic, but their health had to be, like, below 1/16th, I think. They took us out like dinosaurs. Okay, who do I want to bring with me? You know, I spent all this time leveling up Linda. Let's bring Linda. Okay. I think we're okay, equipment-wise. I didn't buy the new pants for Big Bull, but that's okay. Oh wait, why did I leave? I still have to stay at the inn in this timeline. Time to turbo. Okay, let's stay. Please beware. Yep. You know, I'm surprised it's a vampire genuinely. Okay. Do I have to go anywhere special, or do I just, like, go in a house and then leave the house, and then it just triggers the cutscene? Oh yeah, that's right, Linda does have that magic resistance thing. So I'm hoping this party will be a little more successful. The door is still shut. Why is it all, like, red here? Blood? Oh, there's just... You're on the floor. I didn't even notice you. I was too focused on the blood. Oh, they actually comment on it. Hey, look at this stain.
It's been a while since I've seen something like this. I was in that cursed bottle. Why is this suddenly here? Whoa, it's coated with a dark red fluid.
Oh my god, it's pukey.
Stop it!
Yeah, Linda, that's gross. Does nobody know what blood is? Hasn't no one bled before? So nobody comments on this man on the ground. Oh, the camera's doing the thing again. All the way up top. Oh, here we go. I just have to go down here to trigger it. You find it amusing how, like, the other evil kings are sort of into their evil king niche. And this guy's just like, yeah, I'm a vampire. I was made to be a vampire. It's my job to fight you now. I respect someone who's committed to the bit like that. He's just forthright. It's like, yeah, what's up? I'm Dracula. I'm here to fight you. It's a job. This music's kind of fun at double speed. We're having a rave in Dracula's house. It's like, he really doesn't have any lips. What a painful existence it must be. Like, your teeth are always dry, you know? Okay, okay. A direct attack would be fatal. We're doing it anyway. That's right, he wasn't created to be comfortable. He was created to beat up Ari. You're so right. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start... Let's overdrive in Big Bull. You know what? Linda has her group heal as well, so that's good. I'm also gonna have... Let's use Defenseless on the bats. And then Linda, let's have her use Deflector. I want to beat Dracula before calling it an evening. That'll feel like an accomplishment. You know, and we'll make some more progress as opposed to this stream being like 90% grinding. Let's see. You know, let's also have Ari use Overdrive too. Hope the status effects don't become a problem. Maybe I should have Linda cure that. Confusion tends to be one of the worst status effects in a lot of RPGs. And I don't want to take my chances here. Okay. And burst. Hopefully I can heal Ari before Dracula kills him. Okay, okay. I mean, I can save Ari's burst. Let's just heal him first. Oh! Well, thank you, Stan. The faces on those bats remind me of like something like a creature from elsewhere, but I have no idea what. Just something. Full power. Target all. Like everybody in battle? Or our team. No, it's surely not. Oh, she's confused again. Good. Good. Ari, please hurry up and heal yourself. Please hurry up. Okay. Okay. Let's also use Powerless on Dracula. Ari, can you hurry up and heal yourself, please? Okay, thank you. It was a little scary. They look like beta Pokemon. Actually, they do. Something in that face. And I'm just gonna have... Let's try Omni Concert. Is it really working? I don't know. But I'm gonna try. Okay. And then let's overdrive Big Bull. This is a good song. This lead instrument really reminds me of like some of the music in Rayman 2. It's the same instrumentation as in some of like the pirate stages. I hope Linda can heal herself before she dies. That would be nice. Any day now. Any day now. Please stop trying to confuse my party. Don't appreciate it. Oh, I already have Overdrive active on Ari. That's right. I don't need to do that again. I asked Linda to use... I asked her. I selected it. I asked her politely, Linda, can you please use Replenish? But she's confused, so... I don't know. I don't really know what Confuse is doing here. Maybe it'll wear off in time. But no, it's one of the middle status effects, so I have to use an item on it. Thank God that's really weak. Okay, no, I should focus on getting rid of this bat before curing Linda. Oh boy. Ari, don't die, please. Please don't die. Good. Missed everything. Great. Well, at least Ari no-sold the confusion. I'm gonna have him heal. I don't want to risk death. Please kill the bat, Big Bull. Please do not miss the bat. Please, 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 please. Let's just have Linda wait for now. Still alive. Absolute zero. I'm just gonna actually, I could do a combo attack with Linda. Try and get rid of the bat. Oh, thank you, Stan. Thank you for contributing twice. Wow. I really wanted you to get the bat, not Dracula, but that's fine. Okay, we got rid of the bat. Wonderful. Now I can cure the confusion without worrying about it just immediately being reapplied. So long as Absolute Zero doesn't, like, kill us in the interim. I don't want to risk Ari dying, though. I'm gonna have Ari heal himself. And then hopefully Linda can cure her own confusion. Stan does as Stan pleases, it's true. And I guess he would have more reason to attack Dracula specifically. Did it not work? Or just, has it not, like, properly kicked in yet? I don't know. Linda also does as Linda pleases, apparently. Yeah, she's still confused. Good. But, like, it's definitely confusion, right? Is that not... It wasn't the right item, but that was the only one highlighted. Like, none of the other, status effect curing items were highlighted to let me use them. It was only the clarity charm. So, I don't know. I'm so lost. I guess I'll have Linda heal herself. Oh boy. Okay, well, hey, the confusion's gone. I don't have to worry about that. But boy, that does a lot of damage. I need to start wailing on this guy. Because if we just spend all of our time healing, we're not gonna get anywhere. If Stan could contribute a little more, that'd be great. Okay. And then I'll use Life Spark, and then I'll have to use an LP Restorative. Spend all my time healing, wait for Stan to slowly crush him to death. Oh good, Dracula's... Look at his mouth. Dracula's trying to do a physical attack. He wants some of that beef. I should have Big Bull attack. He's strong. Mwah. Yeah, I should use... No, Ari's got a decent attack. I'm also gonna have him attack Dracula. And then I'll just have Linda use the Wild Strawberry. You know what I think would improve this game a little bit? Is instead of an ATB meter, you had like a turn order that you could see and maybe influence. I like it when RPGs have a turn order and you can do certain things to affect it, like Radiant Historia did that, or Fuga Melodies of Steel did that too, actually. A lot of strategy with shuffling around or delaying enemy turns. Let's use Charge on Ari. Final Fantasy X has that too. You know, I didn't realize it had more than just your usual ATB system. Do I want to use any of these? Let's use another Wild Strawberry. I like it when turn-based games have a little extra strategy to them versus, you know, just picking the best, most strongest attack. Dracula, you need to stop smooching the cow. He's addicted to the beef blood. It gives him power. It's full of iron, I bet. How does the turn order stuff work in Bravely Default? Yeah, I should just wail on this guy at this point. Try and keep people healed. I'm so glad I can buy the Miracle Nuts now. Every turn you get an action point per character which you can either use or bank. The defaulting system. You're either brave or you default, Jesse. That's it. You're brave or you default. And you can go into action point debt. Oh, Stan is contributing again. Thanks, Stan. What a pal. What a boy. I wish Linda's multi-target heal was not so weak.
We killed Dracula!
It feels appropriate that Stan dealt the finishing blow. Stan has the best fangs. Oh, those literally are the buttons, Brave and Default. Wonderful. Dracula almost had $20,000 on him. His dental work is probably outrageously expensive. Fire. Why on earth are you giving him more magic attacks? His magic stat is absolutely pathetic. I was never in so much danger that I got the disadvantage tune, but it was also the one that played briefly in the early game when Raz rescued you from ghosts. There's a disadvantage tune? Oops. I lost. Oh well, whatever. But I didn't skimp. What is this? What happened to all that dignity you had a minute ago? 'Cause, you know, once the classification of Evil King is gone, I don't need to strain myself at all. See, my Evil King power is slipping away, and soon I'll have former in front of my name.
Whoa! Oh, the power! I'm regaining my power! At last! Alas.
Strange. You didn't change. I was gonna get you as soon as you gained your body and left Ari.
Don't bluff, you toad. But I don't understand. I thought this vampire Evil King is the last fake Evil King who has my power.
Well, there are two possibilities in this case. You don't need to explain, Mr. Scholar. Let me do the talking.
Curses, this again!
Ah, that voice I do indeed know. 'Tis Balloon, our long-sought foe. I don't remember what voice I gave him, but whatever. We don't respect Balloon enough for that. I mean, I call him Balloon. You, Shadow Evil King there. The reason why you cannot regain your total power despite defeating the Vampire Evil King is simply because I intentionally reduced the total power of the Vampire Evil King. When I found out that you were on the way here, I came up with something.
What?
I see. If you want to go back to being the Evil King, the only way is to make me obey. Unmake your maker, little Shadow, the one who made you an Evil King.
You bastard!
Hero, you too. If you want to triumph as a hero, you must defeat me. Otherwise, I will continuously release new Evil Kings until I completely clear all of you out. I will go before receiving such a silly invitation. I am completely irritated by you. Good for you. Do you have the same opinion, Ari? Then, visit the World Library. I will have you participate in an interesting circus there. It'll be a really wonderful circus. Does he have spiral pupils? That's kind of cool. Bye.
The World Library. What secrets await in this unknown and mysterious place?
He's very crimbo-colored, isn't he? Ah, the road to the World Library. Oh, I know. I can show you. I can't go in with you, though. I wasn't invited. You're supposed to ask for a permit, and then a bridge will appear from this village. If you want to go, I can bring the bridge. Balloon said you should come, too, so that I won't be punished, right?
Why did you suddenly become so pathetic once you lost? It's worse than the chairman, Evil King.
What? By the way, who is the chairman, Evil King? Whatever. I don't know, and I don't care.
What's wrong with you?
Dracula's just like, whatever. Meh. Wow, that was a really short chapter. Yeah, I thought for sure he couldn't go because he's a vampire, but no, I guess just he needs to actually need a permit to go to the library. Oh, that's it, huh?
Oh, the Flatlanders. Did you know that it was really noisy with the sound of blades last night? I didn't hear it at all. I wonder what happened.
Permit my hazard into your plight. Once life sucked, now 'tis all right. It just, I know you mean his lifeblood being sucked out, but your life is just the pits, wasn't it? And now you're good. Now you're not like debilitatingly depressed anymore. No. Okay, I can't talk to Epros himself. It's both these characters. Oh, the Flatlanders. I was able to sleep last night, and I feel great. I hope I can sleep tonight, too. You know, from this angle, when I was approaching, and I just saw what I realized now was Big Bull's head, but from just like Or in the distance, I think it looked like a Swinub, like the Pokemon. It will come at night, it will. The night dream will come again. But it never came last night. The dream of ecstasy. I guess all sorts of people exist. Oh, this guy is just like into vampires. Like finds the whole vampire thing charming and alluring. He just doesn't consciously realize it.
But he thinks vampires are like totally hot.
I've never been a fan of vampires, and maybe because I've been completely immune to like, well, vampires are so hot. I get why people find them exciting, but it's just not for me. Oh no, it's too dark. You still say the same thing. I don't have any light for you. Goodbye. Does this game have side? I think it does. Like all the items I have in my inventory, I think, or I'm supposed to give to NPCs. But you have to like deliberately go into your inventory and use them. And I've not done so because I forgot you can do such a thing.
How was the village hotel? We can't really tell what it's like compared to other places.
No, nothing. I'm completely immune. I mean, there's monster designs that I think are cool, but just the supposed sexy and alluring power of vampires or other sorts of monsters doesn't work on me. I'm immune. Yep, very depressed man. No motivation.
I expect everything will be fine from now on.
Huh? Why? Well, Kiesling, you really just said, hey, stop being depressed. Life's good. It could be worse. I know that's not what he intended, but that's what it feels like. There's a trading chain, there's tiny gears, there's the bestie system. They didn't even have time to write the second half of the main quest. Was this game really rushed? That does explain some things about it. But even then, it's still charming. So where's Roz? I'm going to save and call it an evening, but I want to find Roz first. Not even in the empty house. Vampire story where the aces are the only ones immune to the vamps. Oh, that's the representation I want to see. Oh, I can like actively walk around here. The layout of this house looks really familiar, doesn't it? Weird. Nothing's in it. What, these are fake real doors? According to that balloon, it seems that I'm not important. But I'm relieved because I won't be punished despite losing. I like how chill Dracula is. You know, in, when I recorded the first part of Crow Country, there's a little bit with Dracula. And I made a little joke about Dracula who likes to smoke the weed because of Space Funeral. Space Funeral is a good game, by the way, if you've never experienced Space Funeral. It has Dracula who likes to smoke the weed. But anyway, I think if any Dracula did, it would be that one. He seems really chill. Please use responsibly, Dracula. Also, is Roz in the graveyard, maybe? It's the only place I haven't looked is in the back. Do you have Roz in stock? Can you check the back for me? You did read a book once where vampires are ace and didn't have functioning equipment anyway, and we're just like, yeah, a lot of humans think we're hot. It's useful, I guess. Pragmatic. Oh, there wasn't a bridge here before. I guess that's forward. But I don't need to go that way. The Vampire Evil King and Dracula token it up. Oh, I don't want to be around that. Oh, the smell. Nauseating. When I was on the train this morning, like there was a really strong stench of Zavid. And it's like, man, it's 6 in the morning. You gotta do this now. I mean, I'm not judging. Whatever, your body, your rules, but I don't want to smell it on the train, please. The way to relieve the pain of his eternal curse was a little green. Who would have guessed? Anywho. Oh yeah, can you check the back for me? AKA, can you take a 2-minute break away from customers for me? Ain't that the dream? I mean, I've definitely taken a little longer in the back room and I've had to go retrieve stuff every once in a while. Like, not a lot, because I don't want to make life harder for my coworkers, but sometimes it's like you just need an extra minute to just... Anyway, I'm gonna save and call it an evening. But you know what? Quick little work anecdote that I'm thinking of. Some years ago around the Christmas season, I had a gentleman, and I say that in the loosest sense of the term, who wanted to buy a couple bags of coffee for Christmas. This is the Christmas season, and we were super busy. And I scanned the bags of coffee, and I told him his total, and he just shook his head and went, nope. What do you mean, nope? And he said, nope, that's not right. What do you mean it's not right? It's not that much? And I said, well, this coffee costs X amount. And like, I did the math for him, and I explained this coffee costs X, and both of them together cost Y, and with the tax, it costs Z. This is your total. And he just kept shaking his head and going, nope, that's not right. I'm not paying that. Like, are you trying to haggle for the price of coffee? Anyway, after that transaction, I had to go to the back room and just... No screaming or anything, just... It's like, what... In what universe can you go into the coffee shop? Like, I don't even know if he was trying to haggle. It just... Nope, that's not right. Ugh. Ugh. I hacked the register. You've only had one person ask if you had any more guacamole in the back, and you were so baffled. Yeah, you're storing it all for yourselves. Also, yeah, it would be weird if your salad thought you were hot stuff. I'm just saying that out loud with no context. I know the context because I can read chat. But if you're watching this recording in the future, you don't. That's why you should watch me live on Twitch. We have these fun discussions. Like about Dracula. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for mostly Okage. A lot of just chatting, but it's nice. It's nice to hang out with folks, especially at the tail end of a long week. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to see if I can't record more Crow Country on the weekend. So if you follow my YouTube stuff or on Blue Sky, on Bski, I'll post about it when I get to do it. And look forward to more Resident Evil on Tuesday, where we're going to finally adventure with Weon and his unfortunate haircut. I already miss Claire. But stay safe, stay healthy, have a wonderful evening, everyone. I'll catch you next time. Oyasumi nasai.